It's time for the AEL University Elite Series with Matsy and Oni Potence. Woohoo! We're back. We're so back. And you know what else is back? Our sponsors. Big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, let's not forget HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear and Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
That's it, Oni. Serious play every single day. And you know what else makes things great every single day, Oni? It's Indomie! The noodle partner! Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. We love Indomie.
We do. I've actually got some as well. You know what? I might bring it out I'll bring it out next time. I'll get mine too.
Oh, very good, Oni. You're doing us proud, just like our sponsors. Big shout out to them and theirs there. And big shout out to everybody for coming in today. You might notice a difference. Today, we are live. That's right, we are live and ready to thrive here. We did have previous weeks of competition played out, and you'll be able to check out those matches. They'll be broadcasted next week within Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday there. So make sure you check those out. They will be broadcasted during our player break. So get keen for that. But for now, everybody, we're live, and we're taking a look into the standings so far.
Yeah, there we are. We've had a few weeks come and go here, and the standings starting to take form here. We've got UNSW, Monash, A, and MQ Scarlet rounding out the top three, followed by UOM, RMIT, Red, Deacon, QUT to round out Group A here. So, starting to get a little competitive here, but on the flip side of things as well, we do have a Group B as well, Matt, if you want to take us through that one.
Thank you so much, Oni. We love Group B, and we're going to be taking a look at the top right now. It's Macquarie Onyx right up there, pretty closely followed by RMIT Black. The only difference is one round, literally. Wow, so that's tight competition. Following suit, though, it's Swinburne and Griffith University. So going to be pretty close there as well. You know, well contested in terms of the round department. Will be followed in 5th and 6th there, respectively, by UTS and UQ. So definitely tightening up the reins there, and UCID and Monash going to be 7th and 8th place. So going to be not too shabby at all, my man, not too shabby at all. But right now, we are going to be rising up to the occasion to check out UTS taking on UQ, who will pull through.
Oh, so it's going to be pretty interesting on the side of UTS. We've got Deathblade, Goomba, Osint, GZ07, and Juice on the side of UQ. We've got Zack the Zebra, Tor, Callus, Procane, and Nuo. This should be a very interesting battle here between the states again.
Yeah, I'm keen to see who's going to be able to come out on top for this one as we check out our maps right now. We are going to be playing it out on Lotus. Every other map is gone. And we are here. Your favorite map in the pool, Oni. I'm sure you're excited.
Yeah, I love Lotus so much. I love seeing it over and over again. It's definitely my favorite, but despite how I may feel about it, it seems like these teams are quite fond of this one. No surprises there. So, UQ, already on top of things, got their picks locked in and ready to go. Vi's coming on in. Interestingly though, no Fade. Fade is quite the mainstay of Lotus, so I'm very, very surprised, but just a little update as well. Neon, due to some bugs, I believe, has been removed. So for at the very least this week, no Neon.
No Neon, no worries. It's going to be A-OK in it. So definitely keen to see more where that came from, Oni. You know, hopefully everything will be all sorted soon. But for the moment, I think we're going to be A-OK. We're going to be all happy all a day long. It's great to see our agents locked in as well. You don't see Sky too often these days, do you?
No, definitely not.
Seeker's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, kind of interesting that UQ have stacked a lot of their chips into flashes. Sky's got flashes. Vi's has flashes with the Arc Rose. Even Omen has a Paranoia, which in essence is technically a flash. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised because I don't think we've seen a Lotus yet where they haven't. Where a team hasn't played Fade. So I'm really kind of surprised about that one, honestly. I guess they might have like a different play style that we haven't seen yet. They're definitely leaning heavy into those flashes and the double duelist. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how Like of Fate will pan out for UQ.
Yeah, Oni, you know, sometimes they're just like the guiding light, you know, sometimes we just get hypnotized by it. Just great to see Sky get into play with that one. And we are going to be jumping into action right now, everybody. Both teams preparing for battle. Once again here, you've got UTS on the defensive side, UQ on the attack. And they're ready to get down to business. They have a heavy focus towards the mid side of things in the early stage. It looks like we've got at least one player maybe looking to take that mound control as well. So it's a little bit of a split, but they can definitely easily just pincer in towards B.
Yeah, 100% Goomba. Gonna be tested pretty early on as well. Ow, does actually manage to get out with 1 and 2 somehow, some way, but Miko will trade it back, but that's a lot of damage still. Osit also activates as well, and already Deathblade on the rear, so the fact that they let 2 slide, it's not looking too good for UQ. They're surrounded on all fronts there, but they do manage to get out, but walking in towards A, just can't connect, so UQ, they've got an open runway straight towards A side.
Open runway and ready to go. 2 for 2. They're going to have to do the best they can to pull through here. Slow, take it easy. Things aren't going to be breezy on this one. Looking to get that spike down though, so should be good for that.
Spike
Retake
planted.
is right around the corner though. Osin
1 enemy
gets
remaining.
the angle.
Last
Traded
player
back by
standing.
Nuo. GZ07 ready, but gone. It's going to be 4 to close it out. Nuo on top.
I mean, that one from the get-go looked pretty dicey, seeding over 2 frags for the cost of 1 for UQ. Definitely not an ideal scenario, but they'll weather the storm and they'll make the rotation back out as well. But you know, UTS, a bit of a missed opportunity there, especially Jewish, pushed so far down towards A, just had to take the fight in towards main there, just unfortunately couldn't deliver. So, I mean, that was really the win con there, but UQ, they managed to seize it back and they get themselves a beautiful pistol round on the board, looking to head over towards the A side.
Push their way through. It's going to be a Zach to launch the attack there. So we'll see if they can dash into more. Kaylee's actually does get traded though. Deathblade in name and nature will be traded straight back. UQ still got the player advantage, but I mean, they're losing a lot of their primaries and the round's only just begun.
Yeah, already. I mean, there should at the very least be a double swing coming in to clear that corner. I mean, you lose 1, sure, but 2. Not really sure about that one. A little bit of a lack of discipline and team play coming in from UQ, but still early days. So let's not get too critical just yet, as they do have the rotation over towards the C side there. Absolutely no one from UTS present, except for their shear as well. It's going to keep them out for just a little while, but it is tripped. There's a lot of information given over to UTS and a lot of delaying just by the shear being there. So UQ, don't know this quite just yet. Already the remaining 2 members of UTS already posted up in towards Waterfall.
Shadows traveling.
Looking to take control of the space with the dark cover as well. You have the paranoia at the ready. For the angle, no one in that direction though, but Osin ready. Can cover their approach a little more here. Playing to the edge, and now look to pledge allegiance to the fire. Procane will be able to ignite their desire and take it 1 step higher. So well done. 2-0 on the board so far. The UTS is starting to get a little closer.
Yeah, that they are. They're not really handing these rounds over that easily. I mean, even with a disadvantage, they're still managing to make the best of a disadvantageous situation there. But now they do have a pretty solid advantage. 4 Vandals coming out against UQ, who are slightly less defended in terms of the weaponry they're bringing into this one, but yet again, it's a stack over towards A, but it's going to get absolutely messy there. 3 players charging in towards A. George are going to take contact first up. The Horn has been destroyed, taken out though. No pain shells coming out yet, but George being put under pressure, but Deathblade will join in. There's a trade back. UQ already down on their luck, and they lost the spike as well.
And need to find another streak of luck into this one, otherwise they could be plucked out of the round. And Goomba, right place, right time. The patience can pay off. Yeah, no, shot comes out. They lock it in. Well done there, UTS. Only one player between them in the round right now. Osin has eyes, can get their players on deck. Miser plan here. Just cut off the angles, don't allow them to single out the engagement, so it could all go up in flames, and there we go, Judge! And it will be the round done and dusted.
Yeah, they picked up the judge and the jury of the execution to come in to find the last kill there. Yeah, I mean, very nicely done from UTS and UQ. I mean, honestly, a little light from the util department to get them out on towards the A side. That I feel like that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. I mean, the lack of fade, there's no Prowler, no Haunt, no Seize even to throw on out. So there's really not much they can do to actually stall UTS out from pushing other than flash them, which, I mean, is a barrier enough? It still doesn't really seem like it's going to be enough to stop them, as UTS already pushed out on towards C, but UQ looking to spearhead themselves on towards the B side.
Yeah, trying to spur into action here. Curious if they're going to be able to gain some deeper traction onto this one as they take it easy. Just waiting patiently here. Not looking to further aggress that mount position yet. Big focus over towards the lobby though. They have to play safely there towards the A-link. Unless they want to have the ship sink. Making a start. Sanuo, good patience there, finds Goomba. And that's some space on the map opened up. That's already forcing a defensive rotation there, making the defensive side of things a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah, but you say that, with the Omen already rotating back over towards the A side, UQ have gone completely silent, dead in the water on towards A. They're not actually considering a late rehit. They're bringing the spike back out into the spawn, and Osin has been found actually. They found him, where is he? Oh, in towards stairs. Okay, so long range
30 seconds
shot coming
left.
on in. As UQ, they've perfectly manipulated the defense there. It's only the Vise looking to stand. GZ, the only one looking to stop this site assault, gets taken out. Sends up NT Hampton.
Thorns activated.
Yeah, not going to have any returns at the
Spike
moment.
planted.
Spike will go down as well. 2 versus 5 retake here. UTS pressed for an answer, pressed to find something. Probably just going to have to play for exits at this point, and that's all they can really do. Unless they take a united front. It looks like they are blunting the enemy's sword. So, one more in store here. UQ have the numbers. They have the power, maybe not. Death Blade once again, 13 health and a dream. Paint shells coming out, trying to paint the kill feed here. Oh, big damage. Surely, but no, Zach will be able to strike back.
I mean, Zach just had the positioning there. Playing the high-low. It's an absolute nightmare to get through. As Yuki will get it done here. UTS, I mean, still, even though they didn't win that one out, Yuki are still being made to work for these rounds. They're not being presented to them that easily. But again, looking to head over towards the A site, as UTS has still got their full accoutrement of Vandals to work with here. And 4 players this time as well. It's a heavy stack over towards A, so it's going to be a brutal bashing about to unfold here towards Rubble.
Kind of worried about the spectacle unfolding already. A double down, the kill feed lining up for Death Blade. Now though, precision to a T. They break free for their team. This is the resurgence they needed, Oni. It's all up to Nuo now. 1 versus 4. The spike's down. Like, what do they do here?
You blink and you miss that one. Just head on a swivel, just blasting 1, 2, 3. As they're toppled like dominoes, and they're looking for more as well. Nuo just tucked in towards B main there. Will potentially find Osin, but misses the timing. That does find Deathblade though, but immediately traded back. That's some missed timing. But Osin not going to miss that shot. So UTS strike back with fury and thunder against UQ. An absolutely crushing advance in towards Rubble from UTS's UQ. They falter. Brought down onto the knees. It's just going to be the save for the time being. Their Stinger brought out in the hands of Callus and a few sheriffs to make it work somehow, some way. And Outlaw even brought in the hands of Goomba as well, as looking to take down these bandits and deliver them justice on their own terms.
Need to see how it will play out. Got him right available. Now looking to fight their way forward here.
Oh.
Draw themselves up. Ooh, not going to be able to do much with it so far, are they? Still taking it easy. But They could get caught off guard, you
Thorns
know,
down.
they've already got defenders at pretty much every angle here. OC one of the same, just making sure to use that utility there just to draw them out a bit longer.
Yeah, just trying to manipulate the rotates, try and find any advantages as they potentially can, as they don't really have that much map space to work with either. And on the C side, pretty nasty cross setup as well. So 55 seconds left on the clock. Still really yet to make any major moves.
Time to hunt.
It's Pathfinder going out, looking for clues. But actually turns up empty-handed except for one in towards Link, but that's a showstopper. The B side looking to follow Deathblade to actually get the first frag, but the showstopper misses. But the right click of the classic is absolutely deadly. It'll get it done. So at least for UQ, that's a spot. Spike plant confirmed, but the high-low Gumba does actually manage to reposition, but it's can't land the shots under scrutiny. They also proc the Blade Storm as well. They wasted an ultimate.
Can you believe that? They need more than a dream in order to bring this one back into traction here. Speaking of, Jush gonna be in big trouble. Plays with the Prowler there, trying their best. Will be minimized by the Outlaw, so Mika good for it. Now down to the 2 versus 4 here. Bombardie giving a position away, trying to scout out for more. GTO7. Oh, shots a little too late there. If they activated a little faster, it could have been. But now, they're stuck around the corner. We'll swing it back. UQ lose 1 to get 2 back and get a thrifty round in their favor. So, 2 to 4, the 2-round gap will remain.
I mean, I've been found alone on towards B side there, in towards the lane. They absolutely send it on through with the showstopper coming on in as they basically just flood straight on in towards B side, but the golden opportunity to head over towards A. I mean, with just an outlaw in hand, just couldn't get anything done. And also, the ultimate proc as well. That's a panic ult if I've ever seen one. So UQ actually really, really well done considering the circumstances that they found themselves in here. The UTS still got faster array of weapons and utility coming on in. It's Jush to open up the account, but traded on back immediately.
Where that came from with the guiding light there as well. Gonna take flight onto this one. Shrouded step, but getting OSINT a bit closer here. Having more problems to deal with. Good crowd from Procan there. Will be able to bring the pain into this one. Goomba. For more, the angle tight, and they stay firm on it. Will be able to shut down Procan in the end, and looking to see if they can proc any more advantages into their favor. But UQ, they've found an open path of advancement over to the C side here. And they've got a teammate just locking it down towards B as well. Might actually catch one on the rotate if they play the timing. Yeah or no? Oh!
Don't know what happened there. Not sure why you turned around. You know the rotations are going to be coming in from the A side, so that's a valuable opportunity. Take it out, but I do like this double hold in towards Halls. Now they've equalized. At least found some form of advantage to steal guard and proc as well. Actually going to catch Vise off guard here, so in towards Halls. This does become a little bit more dicey there. Potentially double peek to come on in. Not needed. GZ will get it done as no. We'll tie it off with a hat trick, and that's again another beautiful round from UQ UTS. Honestly, a little bit too fast on the rotations coming on in there. So UQ really just able to find the counter rotations and just take the other side, because UTS, they really, really do like to stack these sides, but you know, in most cases, it really hasn't turned up great in towards their favor. So something really does need to change it. I think they're getting a little too hasty on those rotations, so staying put, honestly, might be the key to winning this one out.
Yeah, not the return on investment they're looking for there, but certainly can look to try and bring it back. Deathblade are going for a ballsy play there to be able to catch them both. So will be forced back and more pressure on their teammates on the C side of things here. Vice have to see they can live up to the standard. But it looks like UQ are actually taking things in another direction here. They've looked to maybe just bait things out on C and look to make the approach over towards either mid or A instead, as A looks to be the play here. Slow and steady though, so they don't give away their movements too hastily.
Surely by now UTS are very acutely aware that UQ are a team that like to make a lot of noise at the start, and in the mid round they go completely quiet. and leave UTS guessing it. Exactly like that. Josh just gets taken out without even being able to fire a shot back. But again, look at this. UQ, they're selling it completely on towards A site, and they're heading back over. They've spread out across the map so that, one, they can get a lot of information as well based off footsteps, based off the rotations. But now they're going back. Seaside is completely open with 30 seconds left on the clock. UTS still relatively far away from actually preventing this spike from going down. There's no way that UTS are able to stop this.
Yeah, they don't have a chance to do it. Now losing more numbers by the seconds here. For a bit of a swing peak there. We'll go down to OSINT, so at least getting the trade, finding one piece of information here. They've just focused on that position though. OSINT trying to jiggle into it, but there's too many players to think about and they will be overwhelmed. So UQ locked down their 6th round now. UTS pressed for time.
I mean, at the start I did say that not having this fade is going to be pretty interesting. I didn't say it was necessarily a good or bad thing, but it seems like UQ are really turning it into a good thing right now. I mean, the abundance of flashes. You know, I said was going to be a big advantage, but honestly, it's more so the skill and the team play coming out of these players rather than the agents that they're playing. That is absolutely shining right now. As UTS, again, they're still over-rotating, they're still over-peaking as well, especially when they have an advantage to deal with as well. But from the shadows in towards the stairs as well, Goomba actually stuck completely on an island. Needs to go big here. There's one found. Does repositions and play this one safe, but still sticking around towards the site there. It actually goes big as well. Procane taken out. So this is looking really, really good for UTS right now.
Yeah, looking pretty solid at the moment. We'll see if it will stay that way though. Goomba, good start. Traded by Callies there. GZ07 all the same. Now taking aim at the resurgence. Nuo, last player standing. OSINT will get caught here. This is the best course of action. Nuo needs to single out these engagements. They've got the advantage for now. That might be swept away from them though. Double peek. They do. They single it out to one. Goomba will be able to close it out, but that could have been something, Oni.
That could have been real dangerous. I mean, offering up your full HP player to take contact rather than Goomba? Insane. Absolute insanity, but it does work out, but really could have gone pear-shaped really quickly, but UTS. Very nice round, but you know, definitely spotlight on Goomba. Some good repositioning, good staying alive. As they get themselves round number 3 on the board after a pretty hot streak coming up from UQ. So, Vandals all across the board. UQ. Going for a bit of a default here. Definitely a heavier lead in towards the B side there. Deathblade does catch a face full of flash. It actually spammed out through the box. A little bit more shots in. It's a showstopper coming in as well. A little bit too overzealous and doesn't find its mark.
Yeah, but at least they force their opponents back into position there. Goomba one and same. Does have to fade away with a cloud burst there. Josh now taken out of the fight as well. Good from Zach with the operator. That's a player advantage in their favor. Gonna press it up towards A now, and they find another, smothering down the defenses one after another here, but they've still got the players to worry about around the corner. 07 does get punished, so that's complete opening onto the A side of things, and now more so. One player stands between them and round victory here, but what a comeback of firepower and momentum on their side.
Yeah, just a lot of 1v1s taken from UTS. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single frag that we just saw there was an individual 1v(x) of some sort handed over. As Goomba, yeah, I mean, 1v5, a very, very tall order to ask for, and unfortunately won't be able to deliver there. 7-3 now. UQ back into the winning ways. As UTS, I mean, they had that one moment of success there, courtesy of Goomba for sure. Yeah, starting to flounder a little bit here.
Yeah, in a bit of trouble at this point, aren't they, Ernie? UTS at least have 4 ults to their name, though, so they can look to take aim at a round like this one in order to bring themselves towards a comeback. You know, best case scenario, maybe you take 2 more rounds in a row here. That'd be A-okay for them, but it still can get worse, you know? It can certainly get better, but it can also get worse. Speaking of, we have started to get better, though, but it's an immediate trade from a Zach. You're looking to add another kill to the montage there, and see if they can find in for That was a rough one.
Rough one indeed, and I mean, on towards B as well. You see how far Omen is pushed up. Sure, you can argue that this is an eco that they're trying to find any frags possible, but at the very least, you want to maximize your trade potential there. But again, so many 1v1s all over the map there too. Again, 2 individual 1v1s down towards A. If you double push the operator, I mean, at least that increases your chance of trying to actually get said operator towards your hand. Again, leaving your operator on a solid work as well. Kind of diabolical. Doesn't even matter. Zach the Zebra will gun them down like shooting fish in a barrel. Shoots them down. 8-3 now.
Takes them down and looks to bring themselves right back up. 3 ults apiece on both sides now, however. So, UQ are going to be able to match them, and if the ults aren't committed in this round, well, they can't be until they get built up again in the next half. So, now or never in terms of that endeavor. But now we will be locking into the round ahead of us right now. Everybody's going to be in good position to give it their absolute best here. Still split focus from UQ. Looking to fires on all sides of the map. Chush, see their opponent, doesn't shut it down, but it will be good for Deathblade. They start strong, getting even better. Tumbled straight back though. UQ don't miss a beat here, and they will find the advantage.
I mean, it was a valley push straight towards C, and they met, and the cross horns out. But yeah, it's UQ to win it out. Just by winning those raw gunfights. Again, Paranoid tossing towards Waterfall actually doesn't even reach, so OSINT. It's a pretty important piece of utility to actually take it out. It's Steel Guard and Proc Nightfall to come on in. Honestly, questioning the decision to invest at Nightfall in the first place. Especially not if you don't have really this much control as well. I'm trying to even it up as OSINT gets taken out as well, and leaves Josh in the solo 1v3 now, down to a 1v2 with his deadly crossfire. Needs to be taken out there. It's looking like it's a very real possibility. But no, looking to shut it down to a 1v1, down to the wire, and that is how the half ends.
Switching sides.
Oh wait, okay, that makes a lot more sense why the Nightfall was used. Okay, that's why. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, great to commit your ultimates at the end of the half there, you know. But no better time than
now we win.
Now they can build those all the way back up and get ready to step back to action on an equal playing field here into the pistol round. So, very keen to see how we hit the ground running into this one, as UTS are now looking to be gunning towards the mid side of things, having a little focus towards the A side. No, going to be just all hands on deck towards mid here, and they're going to have to worry about a raise in their path.
That they do. Might try to raise him out of existence here, but also it's going to be the case. Paint Shell's toss on now. Goomba actually stuck on island, but the waterfall comes on in to Deathblade, and Josh going big. So it's a golden opportunity here for UTS. Absolutely making mid-speed out of UQ. But Mika looks to stand and fight. This is a 2v5, guys. We do not want to be losing this one, especially when we need every single advantage that we get here. They've got the spike down, so at least that's a little bit of safety. But no, looking to lure them into a false sense of security. Not going to be. OSINT going to strike them down. So all eyes on Mika to try and win it out with a Sheriff. There's one more found. So UTS still not out of the woods just yet.
Lock it in and see what they can spin together. It will be Deathblade taken away, and going to keep this one in play here. So nicely done for the UTS side. They will be able to glide ahead on to their pistol round. This is exactly the shift in momentum that they needed in order to, keep themselves in check here.
Last place.
Yeah, I mean, it's something at least. I mean, down 9-3. They're looking to try and activate the 9-3 curse here, and they're on the way to doing so. UQ down to the pistols, so UTS have a really good opportunity here. Turn this to round number 5. Looking to head over towards B site. Actually completely empty, so at least that's a spike plant guaranteed.
Guarantees are all they need. Now looking to bleed for like a plant right now. Josh will be able to lock it down. So going to be all hands on deck on both sides here. Could locate something from this, but I like how they maintain their distance. Speaking of, Nuo actually catches something from this. Good to re-engage though. UTS pressing their advantage here. And UQ going to be in a bit of trouble on this one. throughout the angle though if they try and push in. So this could be the opportunity they need. Kaylee's ready. Ooh, does get shut straight out. Paint shells coming over the top as well. This round is all but done, Oni.
That it is, unless something miraculous can happen here. Doesn't seem like it's going to be the case, as Yuki looking to go down without a spike. I don't want to give any credits over to UTS, so 2 rounds found. Still a bit of a long way to equalize here, as especially now, Yuki going to be bringing in the Vandals and the Phantoms to look to strike back against UTS and to get themselves to round number 10.
Have to strike back and give it their absolute best, my man. And let's see if they can do it right now as we jump on into the bonus round. So get ready to go, everybody. It's time to make it happen. In time, get down to business. Satchel's coming out already, ready to get the shots over the top. It's Deathblade starting to kill parade here with the Guardian. They push
Strike
past
down
the
A.
angles.
One
My
enemy
goodness, it's a
remaining.
bloodbath, Oni, and the round's just begun.
player
It's
standing.
over and out to a 1v1 before we've even started to get traction.
I mean, even despite the fact that
Spike
Deathblade went
planted.
absolutely huge and put up a really impressive triple kill, it goes down to a 1v1. OSINT Opsa from the shadows does actually make the way up in towards heaven. But no, Nu has been an absolute thorn in the side, especially in those clutch moments. Spike. Is it planned for them?
Well,
Wait, it wasn't even planned for them.
that's going to be a piece of information.
Oh, interesting.
Clutch.
I expected
touch.
a little more competency.
Fair enough.
They brought
I'll
weapons
take
made
those.
of metal.
I mean, they
To
will,
kill
but
me.
honestly, that seems like a very bit of a tactical error. Not for UTS. I mean, they planted a spike, put tree, but went up in towards heaven. I mean, I guess I can kind of see where they were coming from. They just
we
missed the
wait.
timing, as Nuo will just seize it right then and there. And despite how big Deathblade they just can't get around off of it. So UQ, they'll get themselves to double digits and one step closer to winning this one out.
Fire in the hole!
Ooh, showstopper activated off the rip there, so gonna be able to find something from it as well. Looking to wake the round up here for a Deathblade. Let's see if we have our eyes on the prize as the next kill will be locked in. So Deathblade continuing to play into things with great success.
Great success indeed. As a... Well, not actually really finding much. Oh, Prowler does find Procane though. Oh dear, 3v5 now down to 3-on-2, and Procane actually does go down to the Razorvide, so Zach left in a pretty untenable 1v3 clutch and spotted out as well down towards rubble. Needs to find their escape, and looks like they're just going to be saving this one over. So UTS not going to go down without a fight just yet. They find themselves at round number 6, and the shit actually does block off UTS from hunting for a little while longer. So Zach does have an avenue to escape, but does go in towards C, and they're still giving chase. But Zach should be safe for now. Okay, safe. They do get the save. Well, yeah, I mean, really, not much in terms of credits. So it's just going to be the hero rifle in the hands of Zach to do it all in this one. UTS, again, with a ripe opportunity to seize round number 7.
Yeah, ripe and ready for the taking there. We'll see if they are going to be able to take another round ahead of them here, as we will be prepared for action all over again now. And the barriers will now diminish. So, going to be action towards Mound right now. Deathblade good with the paint shells, not anticipating Zach being there. Does take a bit of damage though off the side of it, but it's good to play off that momentum. Speaking of, it's bouncing straight back here. You trying their best to lock it in. The dink comes through. Nuo goes down. So it will be side opened up here, down to a 3 versus 3 on the retake, and not too shabby. You know, the defense from UQ actually taking the fight to them.
Yeah, not too shabby indeed, but they do have the Nightfall available.
Mark one.
And all the players actually coming in from the halls, so this retake does get a little bit more difficult, but UTS not really taking that much in terms of space. They're actually still corralled in towards the objective there, so they're flooding out from hall. Smoke actually does give them cover, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Josh is going to gun them down, and no way this comes down to a 1v1 again. This is a thrifty. There's no way you win this one out. It does get a little bit close. The UTS, they weather the storm, but UQ, a lot of economic damage is out there. Got a lot more than they bargained for out of that round. But it still does come one round closer. UQ should be buying up here now. UTS still playing from the rear. They're looking to take this opportunity and run with it. 7 to 10 now.
7 to 10. The gap is closing, Oni. And it's closing real quick. So we'll see if UQ can lock back in here. You know, they've got 3 ults to their name. The Seekers can definitely get some benefit for them, but it looks like UTS are going to take away all of their benefits in the round. They've already started off with the opening kill there. Bombody coming out to get a bit of information. Paranoia, though, might open the path. A good bounce back again from Jush there. It's all starting to pop off, Bernie, and the focus from UTS now is trying to press this B side.
Yeah, no, actually a really good spot as well. Just trying to stall on out. And UTS, did you get the spike down? So UQ forced to play the retake with a mad disadvantage as well. Noah just trying to find an advantage, but no one was a peak towards the link there. But Steel Garden actually proc. This gives them a really good opportunity. The Seekers go out as well. So George takes a lot of damage. Mika looking to send it in, and the Classic actually managed to get away with one. How has this happened?
What is going on right now? Somehow it's down to 2 for 2. Oh no! It's straight back. UQ will pull it together. And there we have it, everybody. 11 is going to be the number on this. As the defenders take it away.
Yeah, that's it. Again, it's Noah to win out. Really a standout play in these clutch moments there. I've honestly lost count of how many clutches Noah's won out, but such a reliable member, and the KD ratio says it all. 25 and 11. Who said Sentinels couldn't take those fights? Who said they couldn't be duelists? Just going left, right, and center, just finding all those frags. It'll be Noah leading from the front there. 11 to 7. One more
Now we wait.
round closer. Reaching that match point there, so UTS really need to lock in for this one.
Well, looks like you've got your wish, Odie. They're certainly locking in, and it will be able to spin this one to action immediately. My goodness. It's like the spikes already exploded with how explosive that play was.
Planted. My ult is ready.
Yeah, just
Bring
a
them down.
huge clash going down and towards Mount, and that's kind of the beauty of Lotus. It's always either A Rubble or C Mount where a lot of action happens in the early round. It's always really interesting to see who actually wins out the early round engagement. And Rainy 2 UQ players sitting on towards the A side, just too far removed to even give this one a shot. So it will just be the save going over into this one. UTS got to stave off match point. Just another round here. Still a little bit more of a way to go there. But like people say, Matt, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single footstep.
Just need to take the first step there, and the step will be taken for UQ to letibulate and UTS to shut the gate on that one. So going to be very happy with the outcome of that, Oni, and we'll be looking to zone out even more from here as we step up to the plate. Time to get serious, time to get ready all over again. Curious what kind of buy is going to be coming through from both teams here. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what they're going to be popping over the top, Oni.
Well, again, looks like UTS really want to give C a shot again. Zach, if they can find an opener, it's going to be big. No opener presented, Zach! You gotta wake up, buddy! You gotta run! You gotta play for the retake, but no. Zach actually gotta stick around and fight, but in towards... Okay, through a smoke. Alright, yeah, sure, fair enough, I guess.
Get out of here.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna let it... Not if you gotta say anything, just let us play out. Let it speak for itself. Let it speak for itself. I don't even need to say the words. Deathblade just goes on a rampage again. No words needed. Clean and clinical. Deathblade. Gotta chop all the heads off. I mean, yeah, don't even need to say anything. You saw it here. You saw with your own eyes. A quad kill just like that in a matter of seconds brought up by UTS. So somehow, some way, they are making this as close as hell as our UQ down to an eco. If they can win this one out, and big kudos to them, they get themselves match point here. But UTS starting to amp up here. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing too off the back of flying down like a guillotine there. They're keen to see if they can take a more, and they will. The guillotine is propped and ready to serve again. Deathblade, good with the paint shells there, trying to pick around the corner, and already finds an angle, not locking in the kill this time, who are in deep trouble there, and their teammates are nowhere nearby to support them. So, Deathblade, they don't care. They've got confidence. They know that they're on a bad buy right now. Even got the shorty out, my goodness, and they will find a little success off that one.
Yeah, they will. I mean, Zach,
No charges
big
left.
investment. Using
One
the
enemy
blade storm,
remaining.
only good for the one. As Nuo lost to hit the deck, and UTS thought I counted them out. Look at that, they found themselves at double digits here, and only one away. So timeout, rightfully called by UQ to honestly assess what the hell is going on here. How is Deathblade getting away with just absolute murder? 29 and 15. And honestly, well on track to find that 30 bomb.
Yeah, well and truly getting themselves into action here. There'll be plenty of steps in the right direction, but timeout coming through at least gives the teams a little time to reset here and reflect on what kind of changes they can bring to the table, if any. How they can kind of fight their way back in. I mean, UQ, you know, they can step to action in a similar way to how UTS could as well. Both of them have that showstopper, which can certainly activate a round or turn it on its head in its entirety. And I mean, the utility is almost matched here, right? Like, they're pretty close to having 3 ults apiece here, which in turn can allow them more space forward, but oh, it's just tough, Oni. It's really tough, you know, considering the nature of the part of the game we're in right now. It's like, do you commit the ults to this portion to try and gain a more leverage over this, or do you hold on to it until like the very last second?
Oh, it's a really tough decision that they're gonna have to make here. Playing down the line, not gonna risk a one-ton advance in towards A, but in towards C that they will go. But Zach just holding the line. Osin does actually manage to dark step on over. That's shoulder spotted. Zach had an opportunity to find an opener. Unfortunately, won't be the case as Deathblade actually pushes out real close under Zach.
Here.
Just waiting for an opportunity to strike though, but UTS ready and waiting to go as Zach will find one. Deathblade also finds another. It's looking for more as well. Again, it's Deathblade going on an absolute rampage. That paint shell's thrown on out as Deathblade reigns supreme with a quad and looking for the ace.
Once again, the living guillotine are keen to live up to their name and takes it 11-11 and make a wish, Oni. We are getting as close as we can possibly get right now. One round is all that's between these teams and a potential map point out of this end. Oni, will they take it, or will we see 12 for 12 go OT? Who knows? It's all down to these critical moments. And my eyes are front and center on this. A site looking like it could light up here, considering how many bodies are committed to the defense there. I'm ready for this one to light up, Ernie.
It's gonna get nasty here. Goomba does get blinded, does miss the opener. It goes up and above as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but a lot of frags coming here left, right, center. Still, UQ actually floundering here. They put so many bodies toward this. So did UTS as well. And they come up with an advantage. UQ, this was a 9-3 half. It looks like the 9-3 curse could very well come true here. And you realize the worst of nightmares here for UQ. They do dodge the steel garden. As Mika, all eyes on them right now.
Last player standing.
All eyes on them, eyes front and center. Mika will deliver the guardian of the round. Oh! and the guardian of the game. And they go insane with that shot there, Oni. Precision to a T, and that's map point.
Map point indeed. They have come such a long way. UTS, I mean, this was a 9-3 half, and they're on the cusp of forcing overtime here. Who would have thought? Definitely not me, but Deathblade 34-16, doing such heavy lifting here. And again, this is where it all comes down to UQ. Can they steal out for the defense one more round, or will UTS spearhead the way into forcing OT here? Mad dash towards the seaside there. Doesn't reveal much in terms of information or players around here. Again, it's Vice set up, so Deathblade looking to go right on in. It's Lure just around the corner. The top frags for each teams respectively are looking to go head to head.
Head to head, ready. Spread their reach into this one. We'll see if they are going to be able to manage it now. They take it easy. Low and steady, just going for the plant now. Ooh, here we go.
Spike planted.
The shadows activated. Clear some information there. Spike's down now though. Retake. Going to be a critical onto this one. Dig deep in order to make it happen. UTS are looking to do just that. Already activating. Finding. Will get taken back though. Good trade for one. UQ still at a disadvantage though, Oni. It's not over yet.
It's not over just yet. This is still very, very doable for UQ, and they're doing it there. The steel guarded proc as well. This makes it even harder. Sagumba, last one standing. Josh needs to go big here, but the high low spray just doesn't connect. As Nuo again wants to smoke fades. Last man standing, 13-11.
Defender.
Should have not taken this long. He was a 9-3.5, but they'll get it done by the thinnest of margins I've seen in quite a long time.
Yeah, really down to the wire there. You know, they were walking on a tightrope pretty much the whole way through, and they managed to make it to the other side. So really impressed with how they held it together, because, yeah, there was a comeback that was being built up very, very quickly, and that train looked like it never stopped, but they did pull the handbrake. So going to be happy to take control of the situation and to reap the rewards.
Yeah, I mean, very, very amazingly done. And, I mean, what a series. If the rest of our games are going to be like that, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's coming up ahead, Mr. Matsy.
Likewise, I think we've got many incredible series ahead of us. We're going to get the next one cooked up, though, right on the other side of this break, everybody. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to AEL University Elite Series here with Valorant. It's time to take a look at our next series, everybody. What's it gonna be? It's Adelaide Uni taking on RMIT Red.
That it will be. We've had a very, very close, very, very fun and interesting first series. 9-3 to 13-11. Very, very close, very, very exciting. And I hope this one will deliver on all fronts again. First game gone, now on for the second, and I'm sure this one will be just as exciting and entertaining for all of you watching today.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to be put on full display from these rosters as we take a look at Adelaide Uni right now. It's Frosty, Ants, Jaden, CYC, Knight, and Jeff the Nick there. So that's Adelaide, and it's going to be RMIT with Uncle Jad, Epoch, Spectrum, Jack, and a Sty.
Yeah, we've seen these players for the past few weeks, and it's always been a very, very fun watch there. And if I recall correctly, I think there's some Odin merchants in these teams. If we do a little throwback to the previous weeks, I'm hoping to see more Odin gameplay because honestly, as much as I hate that thing, it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I was pretty entertained as well. I mean, you throw it back to like last week's games, right? And we saw OT often in incredible Odin play. So very eager to see how that goes. But we do have our map here, everybody. That's going to be a split on deck here. So going in a very different direction right now. And let's jump into the map once everyone's ready to go. But going to be interested to see our agent picks into this one.
Yeah, I mean, Split, it's a very narrow map with a lot of choke points here. So, honestly, on Split, you don't see too much Neon, but, I mean, she's banned out this week, so not going to be too much of a worry. But already, some very interesting picks coming out from AU, of course. Very, very classic Omen coming up for the smokes. I really do like this Breach. Breach shines a lot on this map because, like I said, there's a really, really tight choke points on this map, so it's really, really hard to take that space if you don't have the utility to clear it out. And who better than Breach? I mean, he's got the fault lines, he's got the flash points, he's got everything that you could possibly need to get yourself out of a sticky situation or to get yourself into one and win it out there. So, AU already got the Vise locked in as well, but RMIT Red quick on the draw. Astra coming in as well, and the Viper looking to set up those walls across the entire map as well. Also, very, very useful indeed. Double duelists to come on in as well. And Sky for good measure.
Yeah, why not? They've got it all, Oni. They've got it all. So it's been a good rise of the skies tonight. Very happy to see some of our classic agents coming through there. Breach, you know, Rolling Thunder, always going to be good, a fun one to utilize there. Can definitely take some control onto that one. Good to see the flashes come through as well. You know, always good to see them crashing in there. It's good that they can, I guess, play around the sky with that as well, you know, because it kind of means they can double up in terms of their flash utility, make sure they nullify the vision pretty much on cycle there. You know, you can pop, I guess, one after the other in order to try and break into a site. So there's a lot that they can do. They got the fault line as well to consider, so there's a lot that they can bring. But speaking of bring, we are bringing in the game, everybody. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it indeed. And yeah, pretty interesting to see the diversity and approach for both of these teams there. RMIT going for the double duelist, and of course a heavy lean towards Spikes as well in the hands of Viper and with Astra. So looking to go for a bit more of a, I guess, a disciplined approach of sorts. Not really too much to actually support the duelist to take that space, but I mean, got two flashes available. But AU go for a bit more of a, how should I word this? A bit more of a cautious approach, if you will. Breach, I mean, very, very handy at clearing out those corners. And only one duelist in hand as well. Going to be taking it a little bit more slower, I suspect, than RMIT. But this is RMIT starting out on the attack. Actually, a very, very good comp to start out on the attack as AU. Going for a bit of a default here.
Yeah, looking to take it slow and steady. Knight playing a tight angle, but this leaves minimal routes of escape here. You know, they're really going to have to commit to a fight if they want to hold on to this position. Oh, there we go. Do take the shots, and they can't slip out of it. Will be punished accordingly. So, a good opening from RMIT, but one in the same. Adelaide will be able to trade it straight back.
Trade him straight back, indeed, as Jeff takes contact. This flash drive tossed on in. Frosty looking to take contact. The side does drop on in, does get the jump. So RMIT already down a member, surrounded all fronts. Jack actually does manage to get away with one, but Jeff in towards the rafters. Headshot. Beautiful work. A Spectrum actually hasn't been cleared out yet. They don't know that they're there, but the drop gives it away.
30 seconds left.
This Epoch could slide in from heaven, but there's a double hold. They're playing high-low. I don't see a way that they actually clear this one out. They've gotten a lot of information, though. They're getting through this one. It's going to be absolutely difficult. It's going to be a nightmare. As AU, like I said, they just stay put. They let RMIT walk straight in as they'll clamp down and win themselves a pistol round.
Ooh, good start coming out from them there. So going to be very happy with how things have kicked off into this one. And excited to see what else we'll be bringing in into the mix here. Let's take it easy for now. Gonna hold steady while our players set things up for an A-sided take. They got the toxic wall at the ready as well, just to split a bit of vision there. So good way to kick off here. Fighting line coming out as well, but they're not really doing much with it right now.
No, not really. Because, I mean, it's a really, really good wall to actually cover up to take some space. So they're doing over towards the A side there. Flash tossed on in towards A, and,
Spike down
Jaden
A.
actually goes big on towards the side, looking for more as well. A triple kill found, looking for a little bit more. That 3 was all they'll be able to find there. Spike does go down, but the pain shells might actually put a stem in the works, and it does indeed. Pain shells will take them out. Jack stuck on an island there, bodies all around. They just can't get the frenzy out in time. But RMIT, despite the fact that they didn't win out that round, they make it really, really expensive and really, really costly for AU.
Yeah, they make it hurt, and in a big way there, so that's going to certainly give a bit of distress towards their economy coming forward. But we are going to be jumping in to the bonus round now. Round 3. RMIT looking to break into it in a big way. They got a few primaries in the mix there. Epoch now jumping into it as well. And Adelaide Uni not in such a favourable place in terms of their own economy. They can at least play pretty close by in the mail room there. Do have player in the cross on the top mid as well, so they're ready to get something from this. Have the
oh, they didn't clear it.
angle. There it is.
Spike down mid.
The fact that they didn't clear out the corner. I mean, it's such an obvious corner to clear out, but just a lapse in judgment and concentration. Then the audio lose 2 to an AU. They had to re-buy weapons as well, as Frosty does go down without a fight. So last 2 members of AU need to play for the retake there. But RMIT thought they'd be winning this one out a little bit more convincingly, but just fails to clear out that corner. So there's an opportunity for AU to win this one out, but Jack, good positioning under the heaven, needs to actually hard clear this one out. Flash toss on in, but they don't hard clear it on out, but Jaden does get one. And only good for the one, but RMIT gotta be a little bit more careful in that one, especially if you're gonna be bringing in the better weapons here. Again, it's 2-1. It's RMIT. Bit of a sketchy buy now. I mean, both teams' economy not so great here. Still managed to bring out a nice accoutrement of Vandals here and Phantoms on both sides there. So it'll be interesting to see how this one round pans out.
Here.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to be able to, I suppose, try and bring things back into perspective here. And we'll be clearing a good amount of space. Cloudburst activated as well. Ants can find them, though, with the bomb body going out there. So it's going to be good. Jaden, though, will be able to strike the right timing there. And need to get something else over the top. Spectrum comes to play. And now to do more where that came from as they will double down. Knight able to trade it back, though, so not too shabby. 3v3 situation. And the Spike's down.
Spike does go down. Spectrum does get hit by a hail of utility there. Aftershock, not going to be finding that much either. Nine, a little bit late, but he does find spray down straight towards Uncle Jad there. So RMIT really not that much space taken, but they're surrounded on two fronts. They're fighting a war on two fronts. Is Sty looking to flash off of the timing there, but the guiding light toss on in as well. Sty forced out of position, out on towards the side. So Spectrum looking to hold it down. Sty does find Frosty, so this is still very possible. A Spectrum goes absolutely big. From one end to the other, Spectrum will reign supreme there and bring up a quad kill to put RMIT
Gym buddy.
to even Stevens with AU here.
Yeah, even Stevens are going to be A-okay with that. So, not too bad at all. Only 2 for 2. Will they be able to pull ahead with the lead at the end of this one? It's Adelaide caught by surprise off the back of the 6th round win there. Now, and the wind are taken out of their sails and ready to try and see if they can meet them face to face. But their economy not in the right place, and the Blade Storm certainly could propel RMIT even further beyond.
Yeah, that it could. Jack taking a lot of space. Actually clears out all of heaven as well. So the run it back actually does give the wealth of information. As Sty, I mean, it's the ultimate. Comes up absolutely big. Double kill found, so Frosty stuck in between a rock and a hard place there. Very, very cautious about the vent, but the rotation actually not quite in there just yet. Sty goes big, does find 3 though, but Frosty will trade 1 on back, but a lot of noise in towards heaven. Jeff actually doesn't know that Uncle Jad is just around the corner. No, not the knife. Go! Oh!
That just happened, and so did that. So, going to be trades left, right, and center, but RMIT will be able to push ahead in the end there. So, honestly, even if Adelaide lost the round, I don't think it was the worst case scenario for them. I mean, their economy wasn't in the best place. They still managed to clear 3 players there. That's not bad, you know, that makes the pain go to RMIT as well.
Yeah, that it does. Yeah, and that's what you get for trying to go for the knife. Get a sheriff straight to the face. And again, RMIT. RMIT and AU now. It's full buy. RMIT, they definitely do have the economic advantage here. AU still a little bit labored coming off the back of an eco that went relatively decently. But yeah, I mean, a lot riding on AU for these next few rounds there. Need to win this one out. No questions, no doubts about it.
No doubts whatsoever. And now, looking to dispel any uncertainties here as they creep up the ramp. No one set up camp on the other side, though, but in towards mid it will be the bid 1 for the kills. And that now creates an opening towards the B side here. Jeff the Nick, the sole defender. And could get overwhelmed considering RMIT's focus is already shaping up towards that position. You got a player slowly creeping up through garage as well in a second with the spike there. So Jeff the Nick gonna have to single out the engagements to the best of their ability, but otherwise they could get overwhelmed. I like what Jet's doing on the other side of the map as well though. They might actually catch them off guard here on a flank.
And potentially, but Jeff under a lot of scrutiny there. Jaden does actually find Jack.
30
So,
seconds left.
this already started to go a little bit pear-shaped there. Nick actually does go down.
Last player
That's just
standing.
around the corner, trying to send it in through the Viper Spinners. Epoch goes big with a quad kill there. RMIT just perfectly manipulates and rotates. Find those little gaps as AU. I mean, honestly, jump scares all around. Player dies in towards the A site there to a lurk. So, AU, a little bit worse for wear there. That's a round that they honestly needed to win on out. Otherwise, they face some pretty dire consequences. Exactly what we're seeing here. 4 sheriffs and a Bucky brought along there. Really telltale sign that the economic prowess was not there. So RMIT really teed up for another round here.
Teed up and good to go, but it's the Cosmic Divide that's early committed to the round here. And maybe more where that came from. Spice will be looking to bring us something through, but not today, not this way. We'll be taking it slow and steady though. Knight still playing that angle there. And hold heaven as effectively as they can. Fall back towards their spawn there if required. I like how they're playing for noise right now though.
Oh wait, this is good. I mean, the fault line didn't actually find them, so I mean, a really good opportunity to find timing, but not to beat Uncle Jed as much too aware. Epoch does get info on one as well. And also the second, there's a lot of footsteps going on out, so Epoch is really keeping the rest of AU busy. Jaden just hiding around the corner. Needs to find this kill to find a gun in towards her hands, but doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Epoch still hanging around just around the corner, and with a bit of fancy footwork, RMIT come on top with an absolutely clean and clinical anti-eco.
They certainly do, Oni. Will be able to clean it up, and good to see they came out on top there. Keen to see what else is going to be in a store for them into this one. 3 ults going to be activatable for Adelaide right now, though. So this could be the time of resurgence. You know, the Rolling Thunder is where I put my eyes on this one. I feel like this could be a great way to dispel any kind of formulation of the attack there, but see when they stack this one up. Here we go. It's going to be right back activated. So RMIT not afraid to push the button there, and already taking a lot of space on towards mid, towards A. They've cleared the path on many fronts here. Ooh, that one looked a bit rough and wear there, Oni. My goodness.
Happens to the best of us. But yeah, not the best of situations here for AU. Already down a member. Man disadvantage on the retake there, and all players actually down towards screens as well, so that's sight blocked in towards main. It's a Rolling Thunder invested as well, so they've really got to start flooding out here. That they do. Ant's still going to take contact, but Ant will find Jad as Frosty will get it done. And just like that's exactly what I was talking about. Breach just bring out so much in terms of utility, but this is gone completely pear-shaped style. Also teed up for 4K as well. And beautiful timing on that curveball. There's so many 4Ks coming up from RMIT Red. It seems like everyone's getting a piece of the pie. Everyone wants a 4K as RMIT are really amped up here. 6-2 and a timeout immediately called by AU. They had everything in their hands, but it still does go pear-shaped.
Yeah, had everything within their grasp there, but it ultimately does take a interesting turn. So, a timeout will be coming through here. And good that they can take this moment of reflection, you know, to see what they can change into this one. Obviously, the economy not in the best place for Adelaide. They've got a couple of primaries. Spectres there at the ready. Things are all right. They're not great, though. I think that if they put, I guess, a bit more focus towards one angle over the other there, maybe go for a bit of a stack, they might be able to take away at least some of the primaries off RMIT here and hope for that as like a minimal outcome out of this, so then they don't have to really worry about their economy as deeply. But yeah, RMIT have just been doing one thing really well, which is just continuing to play really aggressively. Like, you don't really get much time to think, because RMIT are just ready to try and find a way to sync around with almost immediate effects. Like, they're just very quick, and it's very difficult for them to adapt around that quickness.
Oh yeah, I'm entering into these objectives is hard, inherently, and so that's why this double duelist comp of RMIT really working well, as retake is equally as difficult, if not even harder, once they do have control of the site. So the fact that RMIT on the doorstep of taking over the B site with just a singular Vise and a rotation of Rays coming on in Jaden. A lot of footsteps needs to go big here, but the path actually tagged up by the Pathfinder, goes for the reload, goes down without a single fire, without a single soul taken down. So Ants up towards heaven, not able to offer any kind of assistance, and they'll get taken straight towards heaven with the rest of their team. One by one, they'll fall aside, just go for those frags as Jeff does manage to escape. Not enough bullets in the magazine. So that, at the very least, is a Vandal save, but with so many players just around the corner, RMIT, they continue this streak of dominance that they've worked so hard to build up.
Yeah, no signs of stopping at the moment, Oni. They are looking to go for the top and nothing less on to this one. So, going to be very happy with the strides they're making thus far. You know, they've built up a huge ton of rounds into this one. They could even take 3 more if they so chose to. But Adelaide have the chance to take it back to them. You know, the Seekers are available here, so they can certainly look to slow down the pacing of RMIT, give themselves a bit more time to react here. I like how RMIT has changed it, though. They're going towards Garage, looking to barge in on B instead. They've had heavy focus on A over and over again. This might actually catch Adelaide off guard here.
Yeah, I mean, very potentially as AU get the point for the retake there. Seems like they've been played for retake virtually every single round there, but now they actually have the man advantage as well. So Jack just spamming on around the corner there. Flash and the Seekers tossed on in as well, but RMIT set up pretty well for this one. Uncle Jad finds one. Oh my god, Uncle Jad, what is that?
Out's ready.
My goodness, what is that? Can you believe what we've just witnessed here?
Player
And
standing.
they will be able to pad up the kill stats more and more. 2-1. Uncle Chad gets it done with an ace. Taking him out of space there, Oni. That's 2-8. My God.
Going Astro, guys.
I don't even know what to say. That's just diabolical. They had the man advantage. It looks like Uncle Jad just did not want to hear it at all whatsoever. The spray down. Who says you can't spray with a Phantom? Uncle Jad can. Uncle Jad just absolutely proved that point completely wrong. 8-2 now. This is as dire as it can possibly get for AU. As again and again, it's just RMIT barrel rolling the way straight on in. And I mean, this time around as well, Cosmic Divide does go up. It's a really, really big push in towards A as well. Frosty with a stinger just around the corner, looking to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee as well. And a lot of smokes tossed on up, and when the drive-by Epoch does go down.
Oh, looking to see if they can bring things right back up as well. Good to play around the healing from Sky there also. It will be falling back into position now. Jack knows there's one playing close by now with a bomb buddy coming out. And shells are put in response. Try and disperse the situation, but Sty has caught the opening onto Frosty there. Keeping it cool, calm and collected. So we'll be looking to inject some aggression onto the side here, and Ants does find one more to follow from Adelaide here. RMIT looking a bit mortal now.
Yeah, it seems like Sheriffs are actually their Achilles heel, as it's just Uncle Jad left to their own devices. Can they bring up an absolute masterclass like they did in the round previous? Dark cover toss on out, but it does actually give them a little bit of cover to work with. But at night, gonna put him down, so that's a round back into AU's bag. Has
Last round.
dried up a little bit. So RMIT have been taking these rounds by force, but 8-3. One more round left. Very real possibility for AU to make this 8-4 half to at least get Sully back into their corner.
Exactly what they need is something back in their corner there. Some kind of regeneration into the series. They're in a rough state at the moment, but I mean, the more rounds that they can supply themselves, the more hope that they may yet have in forth into the future there. So they are going to take it easy for the second. Playing around the toxic wall. Jeff the Nick, ooh, tries to go a little too aggressive there. Epoch will punish, so it'll be a good start from RMIT here. Seemingly slowing down their approach now, adapting and looking for more.
At night, we'll find one back. So now, at the very least, it's equalized. It's a lot of utility, actually, for AU, taking out of their hands Frosty. The fault line to try and clear out some space, find a new angle. Doesn't actually find much. But, Epoch actually down in towards top mid there. Does get in towards events. So this is pretty dangerous, Jaden. Let's get the trade. And Uncle Jad sees one right on back his night. Oh, through the smoke. Does find Epoch. So RMIT a little bit hamstrung here, but they do make their way over towards A side there, but they don't actually know that Frosty's just around the corner.
One enemy remaining.
Well, if they didn't know, now they do.
Down A.
Now that's going to be Uncle Jad. 10 HP in a dream here. Adelaide all but secured
30
this
seconds
one
left.
and making a bit of noise, playing into screens there. One shot is all they need. Frosty gets it, and it will be a fourth round locked in and the half over and out. So 4-8, they will secure that scoreline, a 4-round gap. We're now back on even a footing here into the second.
Yeah, 8-4. Not a terrible outcome for AU, but also not that great considering. I mean, just look at the hot streak right there. 8 rounds in a row for RMIT. If that doesn't scream alarm bells for AU, I don't know what will. What is for sure in this new half is that AU need to desperately win out this pistol round. They have a lot of utility set up for it as well to take some serious mid control here, as that's the fault line. Actually, to reach in towards heaven. Not a single player actually present in towards the B side at the very least. A heavy stack over towards A, in fact.
Big stack for the time being. Can certainly change that though. In just a second, Epoch playing the smoke well. Looks it low. Oh, tries to flow it out. Will be trended straight back, but the timing could have been even worse. Speaking of, the shots are already coming over the top there. Jack trying to play around it. No. Oh. Dashes away, somehow still in it. Gets more damage off. Wow, that's some mobility, Oni.
That is some serious mobility, and the double swing comes on in. The AU opportunity presented on a silver platter there. RMIT. Very interesting what happened in mid. I think 3 players trying to walk it in through a smoke. Doesn't go out. Doesn't plan out. Doesn't pan out how they planned it to. So they'll see the pistol round over towards AU. So this starts to get a little interesting here. AU, they've got a lot of weapons in their hands. Lucky, even a Spectre thrown towards Mix. Even a Guardian for good measure as well. Got to play this one nice and slowly as RMIT actually huge conga line. Behind the smoke. This is actually pretty big, if I might say so myself. Jeff and Nick also just around the corner as well. Yeah, this mid push starting to go a little haywire.
We'll go a little haywire, but does not quell their desire to take control this round. Here, Frosty will get it done in the end. So, Adelaide going to be good with the team ace there. And now, looking to clear even more space, but we move on. It's only a 2-round gap into this one, and RMIT Red are now going to be playing into the bonus round. So, ready to see how they can try and hit the ground running with the primaries in their hands now. They will be eager and prepared to get down to business on this one.
Yep, that they are. Got the opportunity now to continue to drive this wedge in between themselves and AU to push them back a little bit further. 8-4, they had a 4-round buffer. Starting to diminish here. So this round, a really good opportunity. Force it back. So RMIT playing a bit of a default. Not going to do anything crazy this round. No 5-man mid pushes this time around. They got the weapon advantage and they definitely don't want to lose its side. Actually found out by the Pathfinder, so the paint shot's also in. Ants could have found a nasty timing, and they'll do, in fact. Spectrum, teams relied on you a lot, but it doesn't seem like they can rely on them no longer. RMIT, they've had such a huge weapon advantage, but not a single frag found. I don't think they've barely even dealt any damage and flawless from AU. RMIT have just let it completely slip the basics. They had everything perfectly in their hands. They were set up for it so well, but one by one they were toppled over like a house of cards, and it was fall in on itself as AU. This is a moment where they can turn this into a very interesting game here. They have a perfect opportunity to even it back up here.
The opportunity's within their grasp. They just need to take it, and let's see if they can manage it right now as the cover goes out in towards mid here. So they're already going to set things up to cut off those lines of sight here. Make sure they won't be pounced upon too quickly. See, they're ready to rumble as well. Ants already are taking forward their space there up the ramp. No one playing around the corners though, so at least they gain territory, but don't overcommit to it. Speaking of, Bombody going out, they can clear this to find a bit more. Oh, there we go. They know where one player's hiding, so that's good that they can use that information to their advantage.
They can. Spectrum manages to find one, but it's immediately traded right or back. But with the help of the Cloudburst, Jack actually does find themselves a Phantom in hand. But oh no, do they clear out this corner? They don't clear out this corner again! You gotta be careful of your corners, because there could be a Frosty hiding in the corner. Ice cold, absolute zero. A Spectrum looking to try and find something, anything back. nothing presented as AU. They've done what is thought to be impossible. They've even to back up.
Even it back up to the top. Mr. Oni. And speaking of taking it to the top, we are going to be on for a timeout. I think if there's ever a time for a timeout, it's right now, considering the dire circumstances that this series is headed towards there for at least the RMIT side. I mean, they need some kind of answer, you know, they need to find a way to focus back up, lock back into this, because otherwise they're just going to keep getting swept away.
Yeah, I mean, precisely. I mean, so many of these fights are RMIT just trying to find these little crafty gaps and play a lot of, you know, hero plays. That's the phrasing I'm looking for. A lot of hero plays coming in. It doesn't really seem like there's a lot of concerted team plays. Something just feels really, really disjointed from RMIT. And I mean, the scoreline says it all. AU are really holding it together pretty well as a cohesive team unit on this attack. And so they've put 4 rounds together on the board here. RMIT, they've got themselves a bye now. But again, economy not where they want to be, and I'll be damned, I'm seeing an Odin again.
When in doubt, bring the Odin out. And that's exactly the motto that comes into this round, Oni. And very eager to see how things will fare as we jump into round number 17 now. Let's get ready to go and see which way this one is going to flow now as we take it easy for the second. I want to look into give too much space here. You know, you got a player in the vents there. Have the Tasmanian Tiger coming out as well. Epoch in a bit of trouble, but will be forced to fall back for the moment in tower there. So take it easy. A main has been pushed up pretty aggressively as well. I can see the rotate from Adelaide right now. This aggression might actually catch them off guard. They are anticipating it though, and will get the trade forward. So now the kill account is open.
Because that it is. It's a horde of AU looking to charge right towards A side. They found the opening. And they've actually playing this one really, like, relatively slowly, actually. They know that the rotation should be over here by now. So Knight actually gonna walk it right on back. On towards A, just trying to sell it as best as possible. And there we go, from the shadows procced in towards B main as well. They played this perfectly, but RMIT, they know what's up. They've heard the from the shadows procced as well. So slowly but surely, a little bit suspicious of this B side to fall. So that they will. They'll charge right in towards B side with 20 seconds left on the clock. No one actually here to stop this spy from going down. Frosty does find one as well on towards Uncle Jad. So RMIT 4 straight into AU's gambit.
We're gonna hold it down on this one. Get ready. Flash comes in and will deliver. We'll be looking for another one player standing onto this end and be the one to get it done. Jack trying their best to hold on here, staying in heaven. Not looking to fall down though, and playing patient around the ropes. They know they have to try and bait something out of this. Satchel coming out, but I mean, playing into that angle, you know, this supplies the kill straight to them, but they will be able to find it from a distance in the end. So props to Adelaide, they now take the lead.
Yeah, they will, and EU played that absolutely perfectly. I mean, they know. It's so pushed up so far in towards A main. It's likely that they're really going to be the only person in there, unless they decide to set a sacrifice, which in this instance, not very likely. So then they know that RMIT are really going to immediately react off of the information. And they do. They manipulate the rotates perfectly to get themselves into an open B site, get the spike down. It's just a matter of setting themselves up for the post plant. It's very well done, but valiant effort for RMIT. They're down pretty low on their luck, so desperation does breed innovation. Not this time around, RMIT. A little bit hamstrung here.
Hamstrung and ready to go. Good dark cover coming out there. Going to be able to hold off the line of sight in towards the vents there. Does allow Adelaide to push up mid pretty easily. Got one defender to worry about on the B site, and maybe more in a second. The timing great for them, and they will be skated out of that one. So Gonna be a bit of a trade off. RMIT Red in a bit of trouble. The kill feed keeps lighting up Red, but not in their favor.
It's red carpet rolled out for AU. Their Spectrum
One enemy
has
remaining.
been delivering so much. It's really tricky situations, but not this time around. There's too many bodies to handle there. 10 to 8. AU, we're down 8-4 in this half, but somehow, some way, they have not dropped a single round yet on their attack as RMIT. They brought them a gun round again. Economy, basically next to nothing here. They lose this one. They're basically at match point there. They really need to win this one out. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a clean sweep from AU from here on out.
Ooh, certainly could be exactly what they need, right? You know, if they continue to speed through like this, they might just be able to roll it all the way through to the finish line. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves yet. Still going to be playing around the dark cover there towards the vents. Alright, set up a crossfire off this. Bomb body goes out, and they will be drowned out of the round. Good, a shot from Jack there, holding firmly in the tower. Now leaves Adelaide considering other options.
Yeah, that does. I mean, plenty of time left on the board for them to find something here. Minute, 5 seconds. So RMIT is still holding the line. All entrances, all possible entrances have been covered for the time being. The Spike making his way over towards A side. He's trying to bait out as much utility as he potentially can. Actually, the Spike could just stay put towards B, looking to try and potentially split his B side there. But RMIT starting to get a little bit antsy. Uncle Jad looking for more in towards mid. Already 3 players roughly in towards his B side there. So
30 seconds left.
AU could be a little bit hamstrung here. And again, they lose yet again another member.
Yeah, lose yet again more members. Getting picked down there. Epoch able to lock down even more. So they're doing such a great job at playing a patient game
One
here.
enemy remaining.
And just shutting them out of the
10
fight
seconds
piece
left.
by piece, you know. And it all activated off the back of Jack and getting a nice shot towards the mid side of things with the operator. And again, we'll be able to lock the round out with just that. So, good way to bounce back into the equation there for RMIT. And Adelaide now left wondering, like, where do they go from here? If they can play outside of the line of sight from Jack there, maybe they have more options to advance forward. But it's still a rough one, Mr. Oni.
I mean, that it is. Again, I mean, with the operator, it's relatively easy to run down, but if Jack on the A game can reposition in time, could be absolutely dangerous.
Let's go.
But again, that's the first round on the board for RMIT. What seems like forever. Look at him. Split B side open. Trying to get some mid control here. Operator sails right on through as Ants does force Jack back. Flash comes on in. Paranoid tossed it as well. And a lot of utility to try to get them off the line. But Uncle Chad's swing out from Vents does go well this time. And the Viper Molly does also find another here. So AU again facing a pretty sticky situation here.
Yeah, and it just gets more and more dire by the second,
Last player
Tony.
standing.
Very great trouble. Jaden will be able to find the kill back though, so not the worst case scenario yet. See if RMIT Red are going to be able. Got it out, they will. Now tying it up at 10 for 10 into this one. And we move on to another stage of the endeavor now. And it's now a timeout coming in from Adelaide.
I mean, yeah, this is an 8-4 half with advantage over to RMIT Red. I mean, sure, AG have found a lot of success in the first few rounds of this half, 6, in fact. I mean, the fact that there was such a big differential that RMIT just needed 2 to even it up really does get really dicey on the side of AU, as there's a lot more onus, there's a lot more responsibility for AU to turn up, which they indeed have, but now it's starting to falter at the end. This is exactly what you don't want. They've had such a hot streak, but you do not want to go cold at the end. This is, of course, a marathon, and just at the end is where you really want to sprint for the finish line. They've been chugging along so nicely here. But RMIT starting to warm up here as AU He should have yet again another buy. I mean, these 6 rounds in a row have given them more wealth in terms of economy to buy themselves Vandals yet again here. But for how long can they sustain this if RMIT are starting to turn up to the party?
Yeah, they're really going to have to dig deep onto this one, I mean, because if RMIT is starting to heat up, they're in trouble, Oni, and they need something to shift the momentum immediately. The timeout could be exactly what they're after here, but I mean, can only go so far, right? See if the shift towards the B side of things, playing through the garage there, is going to be exactly what they're after. Nick plays into it, but it's Jack launching that attack there, putting the round on its head. Jeff the Nick doesn't even care though. They dare to be greater.
Where they actually get out as well. They get away with a freebie. Even with the chase coming on in, they managed to get out. Courtesy of the cloud bursts. So now, AU, they invested the Steel Garden into this one as well as Frosty just can't land the shots there. So now all eyes on Jeff to come up big there. And the Shorty to finish them off. The timeout turns up empty-handed as RMIT are indeed mighty and they'll quash them out here. That's 3 rounds in a row. As the timeout rendered ineffective. As RMIT only 2 more to win this one out.
Only 2 more. They may yet be able to shut the door on this one. Adelaide in deep trouble. You know, it really just feels like this whole series has been a game of momentum, hasn't it? Where both teams have been able to take strides and take space onto this, but now RMIT having their hands on it. It's dire straits for Adelaide. They need to lock back in as quick as they possibly can. Otherwise, it could be over and out without a doubt here. But they are going to take it easy for a second longer into this one. Looking to wait patiently, not give too much too quickly.
Just going to play it nice and easy for the time being. Flash toss on in. Does allow Ants to cross him over, so Epoch want to play this one safe. Uncle Jad in towards heaven. Pathfinder also toss on in. Showstopper comes on in. Does catch Uncle Jad on the fadeaway. The Spectrum does trade one back with fence control. Actually gain as they'll fall straight on in. And again, shots left, right, and center as RMIT will hold themselves steady and get themselves that match point here. 8-4. They've took too many rounds. They've given too many concessions over, but they're looking to close this one out.
Looking to close it out. They are right on the edge of the line here, and now more than ever, Adelaide Uni need to lock in. They need to commit everything they can to this round. You know, if Jeff the Nick can get a capture orb there, or a kill for that matter, they can bring the Seekers out. Maybe try and bring something to fruition from that, because, I mean, it's end of the road here. It's desperate times. Viper's Pit coming up as well from RMIT there, so they're giving it their all onto this one. A big aggression, though, on both sides will allow them to collide. They slide back. Epoch taken out of the stack, though, and it's going to be a one-man advantage for Adelaide here, but my goodness, Oni, the round is heating up.
Yeah, that it is. I mean, it's a pretty gutsy move to invest the Viper's Pit to play it offensively. It does work out to some degree, but now RMIT, they've got a mad disadvantage, and Ant's actually just hiding around the corner as well. Does catch Uncle Jad on the timing Spectrum. Already caught in a bit of a sticky situation there. Operator rings on out as well, but Ant's still staying put, but Spectrum will best him out. So it's still a world where RMIT can get the stun, but Knight coming in from the vents is an unknown factor, as Jack does proc the Blade Storm as well, so this does get interesting.
Oh, it's certainly heading to a breaking point here, and it will be traded out 1-for-1, and Adelaide get it done in a flash. So, Team Ace coming out for Adelaide, 11-12. We delve into what could be our final round in the game, or final round in normal competition, and lead us to an OT. There's 2 possible outcomes, and which one will see the light of day? It's up to our teams right now to really dig deep and give it their absolute best.
I mean, the first series very, very reminiscent of what we're seeing here. 9-3 to take it to 13-11. A very, very similar storyline emerging here. It's only one of two possibilities. We either go 13-11 or we use up all of our rounds in regulation, go to overtime, then Epoch wants this to end 13-11.
Yeah, they want to get this done quick, smart, and might just get the chance. Ooh, Uncle Chad almost patting up the kill feed once again here. We'll be taking it easy and it's in a bit of trouble there. Cannot advance, not without the rest of their team looking to activate behind them. No one can afford to get singled out here. Otherwise, they're in deep trouble, Oni. They are looking to take it slow, take it easy. They've still got a bit of time here. Sty, a plan for the jump peaks as well, will be pushed aside. So space is good for Adelaide, but not for long. And now it's going to be a 1-1 on the kill feed there. A good comeback for Adelaide.
If that it is AU, still sticking around this A side, looking to go for this late hit on towards A. They don't have much map space other than this A ramp control, A main control that they've gained for now. This Epoch could catch a timing on towards Frosty, but not going to be the case. Just going to stay forward. 30 seconds left on the clock.
30
AU
seconds
do have an
left.
opportunity to run back, but that opportunity is starting to thin out here. It looks like they're just going to go for the unbridled late hit on towards A side.
Pushing straight into it, Uncle Chad. Oh, double down, going to town with it. It's now a 2v4 only. Epoch needs to lock in, and Jack is the right person to do it. We'll be able to push it in, and RMIT make it work. Burst into action and seal the deal. What a way to close that game out.
I mean, I'm seeing double here. First series 9-3 to 13-11. Second series 8-4 to 13-11. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Whoever's writing the script tonight is absolutely cooking up a storm because these games are interesting. These games are really, really close, very back and forth. A lot of momentum coming to play, a lot of inertia as well that we see. But yet again, another beautiful series to come on out.
Love to see it. Keep up the great work, teams, and very excited for more where that came from, aren't we? Definitely primed for what else is going to be on the table here. But we're going to get our next one set up in just a moment, everybody. Stay tuned. It's time for a break. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. Matt C and Oni Potence here once again. We are good to go and ready with that sick blow. It's going to be another amazing series on its way, Oni, and I'm ready to see who's going to be down to play. But first and foremost, Oni, we've got to thank our favorites. Thank our sponsors. It's a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear and Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high spec to precision gear, Officeworks has what you need.
That's it. Big shout out to them and theirs. And Arnie. Big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Mate. With the... Yeah, Oni, where's yours, mate? Anyway.
I ate it already, I got hungry.
Flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So big shout out to Indomie. Make sure you check them out. I know what I'm eating after the stream today. Some Indomie mee goreng. But let's take a look at our next game, everybody, and see what we can sink our teeth into. It's going to be Monash taking on UCID.
Ooh, this one's gonna be fun. Monash LSL going up against UCID. It's gonna be the battle of Melbourne and Sydney yet again. Who's gonna be better? Is it gonna be Melbourne? Is it gonna be Sydney? I'm gonna go Team Sydney. Just But we'll see what's to come up here on the side of Monash LSL. We've got Hugh, Fizzchip, Kazuya, MXC, and Samsung on the side of UCID. We've got Winter, Patel Singh, Kilora, Brady, and Kadask to round out this battle.
Yeah, the battle will be legendary with these amazing players. But you know what else is amazing? It's another map. Another
Breeze.
unique map. Breeze is going to be online today only. So we've had unique maps every single series so far. And I'm not complaining. Keep it up, teams. Keep it up.
I mean, it's a breath of fresh air, Getting a little tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. So having a
Nice
new
breeze.
map every single... Thank you. Thanks, Matt. Just had to ruin it, didn't you? Puns.
You're
Is it that time of night that we bring in the puns? Are we doing it? Really? Okay, I'm fair enough, Matt. Fair enough. But yeah, it is might not be a breeze for these teams going on through into this one. I mean, despite the name of the map, we might see some gale force winds coming into this one here. As I'm seeing jet hovers here.
I'm seeing a few hovers. If you're looking in the direction I am. I'm particularly interested in Fizzchip here today. That's not a face that we see too often.
Definitely not Harbour. I think this is quite first time I've seen Harbour in quite a long time. So it's like welcoming an old friend back. As rest of the roster looking relatively standard here. Viper coming in, Sova, Chamber, and of course Jet being thrown into the fray as well. On the other side of UCID, nothing really locked in just yet. But basically more of the same here. Harbour coming in as well. That's Viper locked on in. So it seems like for the most part, it is going to be a mirror. But actually no, Sentinels potentially to be locked in for UCID here, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, not this time around, Tony, but I might be able to change that in a second here as we have one more agent ready to go. Kadask thinking about the Sova. Should be okay momentarily. So a little bit of the same in terms of the agent picks here and some slight differences. Very curious to see what both these teams are going to be bringing into the fold in terms of their play. As we will be playing into Breeze very, very soon. But I'm curious if this series is going to end up like all the others so far with, a more one-sided half into a very close game that goes every single round.
I mean, if the trends, if what's happened in the past is otherwise, it seems like statistically, we're currently 2 for 2 right now. So if my maths does serve me right, if the statistics and whatnot, could be seeing another 13-11, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, see what happens here as we step up once again to the plate and ready to slide into this map. So, get ready to get down to business here, as there's big focus from the UCID side towards mid. No one really directly contesting them yet. They are going to be playing towards the nest there and or top mid positions, but no one are going to be able to take a scope over it yet. Kazuya, though, does take aim and will be able to put him to shame.
Yeah, that's what you'll like to see coming up from chamber, those hit and run attack with those
One
TPs.
enemy
Samsung goes big as well. Kazuya gets another with a headhunter as well. Winter does manage to claw one back, so it's 1v3 now. Turned from 1v4, does fake. The spike plan down towards pyramid, but Kazuya does go for the jump peaks. The positions has been revealed, and a triple stack coming on in. Only good for the one there as Monash will lock down the A side and keep them out.
Keep them out and keep it in a focus. So, going to be a solid way to keep things into perspective here, as Monash will be able to take away the first round there, hit the ground running, and the Guardians are coming out. Only one Sheriff online this time. Kazuya maybe looking for a more hefty buy into future rounds. But now, though, UCID just going to be sticking it to them. Just keeping their pistols, not looking to commit too much there. They got a frenzy, and that's about it. Speaking of about it, we are going to be jumping in to next portion of this one. Pushing up through the mid cannon there and ready to propel through main and or window. But for now, they could get caught by Fizzy Chip there on elbow.
He's going to hang back, but does drop the cove into give a little bit of cover. So Monash, I mean, they've got a lot of really, really valuable assets in their hands that UCID are looking to try and take out. So it's still kind of chilling in this mid link. It's waiting for an overstep potential from Monash. Not going to be happening anytime soon. It's a double second towards mid. There's B main also covered courtesy of Sova as well. So it looks like curveball tossed on it as well. MXC gets a face full of flashbang. Still going to be alive and well. Wall goes up. A lot of balls around the left, right, and center. But shots sailing in. MXC and Fizzy Chip open up the account there and looking for more.
Looking for more, hit the floor, it's going to be traded back. Kadaska locking in there and ready to find more. MXC delivers closer ahead, but it's Monash making their claim to that round. But you said, man, they made him work for it real hard.
They made it really, really close and really, really difficult. Almost impossible for Monash, but by the skin of their teeth, they'll win it out. But down to 1v1, especially with such a big weapon disadvantage, it's a really, really successful. He could come on out, and just like that, all the rifles coming on out in their hands. So Monash having to fly up again. It's definitely not an ideal situation, but you said, I mean, they don't have the rounds just yet, but they've dealt a lot of economic damage to actually set themselves up pretty nicely for this round. It's got to be the full stack here towards A.
We'll stack it up and ready to rack up the kills in a second here. Hugh will be the first one to fall, though. Killora, in name and nature, does start the account. Fizzy Chip trying to bounce back. I like the patience, though. Dividing around the corner, will be able to find themselves in a good situation, but now turned worse. UCID will be able to curse them out of this one, having to player advantage and maybe more to follow in a second. Monash fighting for it, but not getting the result they were after.
He does get the dink in, but forced out of position. He's to choose to go forward or back. They'll go forward straight into the loving arms of Brady. So you said very nicely done to get themselves round number one on the board. His first few rounds always really interesting, very messy as well indeed. But Monash gonna look to strike back with a buy of their own. 4 rifles coming along for the right there, even an operator in hand for Kazuya. Fizzy Chip gonna opt for the stinger, as UCID still gonna retain most of the firepower they brought into the previous round here. So 2-1, UCID, very real capability of making this one even here, but not if Monash has anything to say about it. Oh wait, it's gonna chamber. Ooh.
They went out. They're gone. They're gone. And the chamber's gone, and now looking to find more, as they will be. Onwards to the Aldrone there, trying to clear the space between them. Fizzy Chip are playing a very patient game. Might find the dividends in a second, though. Dask going to be able to clear it out. There we go. We'll get cleared from the other angle. So, Patel ready to spell trouble over to B there. MXC, one of the same, does manage to lock it down, falling back around the corner there. Spike gonna have to clear past them if they want to go that way, so forcing them to use a bit more time here, and Sam goes as well, Oni. This is uncomfortable for Monash now.
Yeah, this is very much so, as MXC surrounded on all fronts there. I mean, they got really, really deep. Got themselves a really good position, but, I mean, the rest of the map collapses in on itself. So you said very, very well done. Being very proactive in pushing back against Monash. Rightfully so. Now the economy gone completely kaput. It's just going to be Sheriffs brought on in an operator in the hands of Winter as well. A very heavy investment from Monash. Really doesn't go the way that they anticipated. Solo push in towards A, courtesy of the chamber, where the operator comes up empty-handed. So this round does get a little bit interesting here.
And there's more interesting things on their way too, Oni. Let's take it easy for a second here. There's a chip playing close. Will take a bit of punishment as a result there. So Hugh, second line of attack here. And look to stack it up. Patel and the corner flash coming through. Hugh gives away position there. Wants to fall back. Ready to dash out if required, but won't need it yet. We'll at least keep that line of sight well contended. And now means that we are going to see the divert over towards the B side of things here for UCID.
Yeah, Kill Aura still hanging around just in case the push comes on in, and there we go. That's the drop. This Kill Aura going to run right on back, so that should be the go. That should be the drop of the flag. UCID to run right in towards B side. That they will indeed. Patel looking to lead the charge there. MXC delivers a little bit of flag damage, but hangs right on back in towards the archers. Kazia does deliver a headshot straight towards Patel, but it's just they'll run it back. So it's a full 10-man retake post-plant.
Ooh, not anymore. Quickly down to 9, and our drone can maybe turn that to an even lesser number as they take it easy. Killora lined up and pumped it down. Good shots coming out from Monash here, and looking for even more over the top. Kadask in trouble, hits the rubble, and that is going to be that. The defusal now locked in, and it now is the lead back in favor of Monash here. So well done, well played, and their composure will get them a thrifty round.
Okay, this is starting to get a little concerning here. Busted, they had everything in hands. They had the operator scavenged over from the previous rounds there, but now it's changed hands once again in towards Fizzy Chip. But yeah, I mean, a thrifty. They had so much information. 3 players found pushing in towards A. So, I mean, Max, you had 1, 2 on towards the B side there. It should be the go. It should be the go to double up, take some more space, and push the initiative as well. It's just Sheriffs going up against, but one by one, they just collapsed in on itself. They just couldn't find the right positions. They just couldn't find the right slots. And these Sheriffs will punish. So honestly, for Monash, just keep buying those Sheriffs. It seems to be working.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And let's see if they are going to be able to find more success on this one. As they take it easy here. Waiting patiently around the corner. Can play into the dash as well. You know, go for the peek and dash away. Not today, though. They're waiting it out, scoped in, our drone coming in, they get the shots over, flash coming in, though Hugh getting overwhelmed there, great start coming out from UCID, traded back by MXC, oh, barely getting away, Fizzy Chip staying in play here, Oni, well this one's already heating up.
Yeah, Fizzy Chip, they swap positions as a shock dart goes on out, just 1 point of health, Fizzy Chip still stands put, but they don't land it, but MXC does find it from beyond the grave with a shock dart to Kazia. And Samsung looking to walk it in, kill Aura does actually find a needle, throws the needle right on in, but Kazia will crucify him as Kadas is playing it off angle. Kazia just needs to land this shot, boxed in, the shock dart come on in the spam, does miss. So Kazia, it's a dangerous game against the wallbang with Monash. Oh my goodness, that round was hanging in balance so long. A very, very messy scrap going in under the cover of darkness and smoke. They'll win it out.
That's a good
4-2. Woo.
My goodness. Winning it out when it counted there. Sorry, going to be happy with that one, aren't they? Very curious on what else they might be able to bring in to the fold of this as they take it easy and look to propose more
Get out of my way.
ways to lay siege to this one. Blade Storm coming out though for UCID. Will be prepared for whatever could be laying in wait for them. Press the issue now, going for the split attack towards the A side of things. They're ready to initiate. Not for long. Trade's coming out. Brady, gonna be good for it.
Oh, one by one, they'll fall into double hold in towards A main. Does collapse. And the side defense turns up completely empty-handed as well. So UCID perfectly set up for this post plan as well. Patel just managed to dodge death. By mere millimeters, falls back in towards the safety of the site. Operator confirmed in down towards main. So it should be hand in hand as well. Sam does take a little bit of tick damage. So this round basically over for Monash. UC just comes back. Fists of Fury are flying. So Molly tossed on in. Smoke.
Last player standing.
Tossed on in. Kazuya goes down without a fight as Monash just completely crumble and fall in the face of the onslaught from UCID there. So this game's still relatively close as UCID really starting to show the firepower here.
Yeah, really a start to show exactly what kind of tenacity they have into this one. So we'll be looking to string together more rounds ahead, but it's great to see that both teams, you know, they're going in a good ebb and flow into this. We've got a few rounds between them both right now. And maybe I could find more where that came from as we take aim at the next round ahead of us. The barriers come down and the tour de force is coming out. Kazuya ready around the corner. Oh, they're going to be punished immediately though. So the tour de force has gone on tour out of this round.
Yeah, I mean, so many rounds. I mean, Kazuya, don't get me wrong, has put up some really big numbers, but so many rounds they've died first trying to find the opener and just really hasn't gone their way. But Hugh looking to save the day as well. Push comes in towards mid. We'll find one through the cover, smoke and darkness there. So at least it's even up for now as Monash going to peel back out of mid. So UCID does need to re-clear this if they do wish to take this space here. If they do want to split in towards this B side, they're going to have to go for a pretty nasty re-clear there as well. It's good timing. Brady falls. Not so much of a fight. Curveball goes on in, but the Cloudburst does give Hugh the cover to back up on out of here.
Yeah, good cover and might be able to smother their way forward to more as well. Take it slow for the second. Fizzy Chip ready and waiting. Patel around the corner.
Oh,
Felt trouble. Here we go. Fizzy prepared. There's some space out. MXC, one of the same, prepared and will be able to engage onto it. Now Patel in a deep amount of trouble. Fizzy Chipper doesn't know what's laying in wait for them. They might just be able to claim this round within the next few seconds here.
Patel stuck in a world of hurt. The shots comes on in. Hugh goes big with a quad. But yeah, I mean, very, very nicely done from Monash. So proactive, taking that space as well and cutting off, finding those rotations there. I mean, push came in towards A. Push came towards mid, just surrounded on all fronts. Very proactive in getting that space and denying UC the opportunity to get anywhere even nearby. As, I mean, Monash haven't been doing anything really different. They've been very proactive in taking the space. It's just as UC just really want out a lot of these gunfights, so Monash really now locked in. Take this fight head on, but 2v5 this one. It's getting a little bit dicey in towards A main. Hugh in a very, very similar situation. Curveball gets tossed on in. The Hunter's Fury comes on. Hugh actually wants to push the advantage, push the initiative. We'll find one, but it's MXC's Hunter's Fury that goes back. Actually big run it back, denied as well, and a frag found. Fizzy Chip goes down without a fight though.
Down without a fight, but not ready to say goodnight here. 4 versus 3 situation. You sit. Ready to go. We'll even the score there. Ready. Good for it. Hugh. Pressure's on, and they deliver. So, it'll be good for that. And gonna see if they can capture anything else from here. Oh, it's Brady again. Spread their reach onto this one. They're looking to fall back. And Sam might have an idea. You know, they're looking to go for a rotation here. So, plays a bit more fluidly, and the wraparound to B could be the saving grace for them.
Yeah, Sam's really got the right idea here. Should hear the footsteps very soon, but actually, use it. Gonna freeze. They've got 30 seconds to work with as well. They've actually read this perfectly. Left. They're heading back over towards the A site. So surely Brady knows that on this timing, they should very well be there by now. They've gone silent here as Hugh. Also questioning what hell is going on here? Exactly. Position revealed as well. 14 seconds left on the clock. If you can get something
10
done, this would
seconds
be
left.
absolutely amazing there. But the spike to go down towards Pyramid. It's Monash opting to play this one a little bit more safer.
Safety in numbers there, and we'll bring out the Viper's Pit as well. So, everything going to be A-okay for that one. See the Poison Cloud coming up. Sam,
enemy remaining.
Watson takes aim, and we'll be looking to lay claim to this round. Well done to play off each other there, and they will be able to lock in the defusal, and that is round 6 now in their favor, Oni.
Was that important?
Yeah, round 6 indeed. I mean, Hugh had the opportunity to try and push the advantage, but really does run the risk of trying to fight in 1v2. So, beautiful decision to hang back and just wait for the teammate to come on in. But yeah, Patel caught outside of the Viper's Pit there. Also, the barrel of the gun does reveal the position as, yeah, Brady not really ready to take on such a big, daunting task like the 1v2. So, got to be forced onto the eco now. Monash really set up to get themselves a nice hot streak here. Unless they fall victim to the sheriffs of UCID, which there's a very real potential to happen here, as we've already had a Thrifty come through.
Yeah, might have more where that came from. Flash coming over the top, the round already kicking off. Patel going to be traded out there. Kadaska's down. Hugh ready to break through. Their teammates will be delivering the blows though. But Killora, one of the same. Hugh now takes aim at the game and will be able to net the advantage now for Monash, at least for now. Brady and Co though, ones you can rely on, should push come to shove there. MXC not able to catch them off guard either, so the information not favoring them. Winter could come in clutch though, if they can find the right timing here, the right angle. They might be able to strangle something through if they work it together. But I mean, there's going to be a lot on the line for them to even do that.
They've actually got themselves a really, really good position. I don't think Hugh is really aware of this possibility, and definitely not by any means of the sort. And down to 2-on-2, a Thrifty. Really going in the way of usage here potentially. As Sam looking to strike from the rear. MXC needs to go big here and find the 2 here, but just can't land it. They squandered the opportunity now. Sam position revealed as well. As Winter got a hot footed straight on towards A side, but actually no, got to stick around and bring the fight to them. As Sam is going to win that one out. Winter trying to mind game it, but Sam holds steady. So they will save off the Thrifty, but my god, again, so close.
So close, yet so far, Ernie. They will be able to push on and deliver. Kill and blow there, 7-3 into this one, and still a couple more opportunities on the horizon here. Will UCID be able to rise to the occasion off the back of a Hunter's Fury? Maybe. Will Monash be able to do one and the same with a Blade Storm? Maybe. But it's all going to be revealed right now as the gates are open and our teams are ready for war.
Yeah, they are 7-3. Starting to get a little undoable here for Yusuf, but Flash shots on in towards mid again. Getting a really big sense of deja vu here. This is exactly what we saw in that previous round, but now Yusuf have got the weapons to do it. MXC had a potential to walk it in through a smoke, but doesn't want to give it up the chance. Going to play this one much more safer, considering the fact that they don't want to give up any man advantages that they had. Kazia shot a spotted out as well. Yusuf, look at it. Rightfully so, walk towards the B side, or at the very least try to. Sam had an opportunity but squandered it.
Into the deep.
Oh, it's time to go into the deep there. So more opportunities could be ahead of us. Only 4 versus 3 situation right now. Sam pulling back there, and Kadaska will be able to fulfill the task ahead of them. Yeah, 4 more around the corner. They deliver. MXC's down. Sam to follow. Pretty good for it. It's all going to come down to this now. 1 versus 3 situation. Spike is down, and they could have a player down because they know exactly where Fizzy Chip is now. They're trying their best to play into it, see if they can find the correct angle here, but they might not even make an attempt in this one. They're just trying to clear a path out. They won't realize, though, Kadaska was waiting. And it does allow UCID now back on the board.
Last round in the half.
That it does. That it does indeed. After a bit of a strike from Monash, UCID strike right on back. Final round of this half. Still relatively close. But Monash, by not looking too amazing there yet, Hugh does actually have access to Blade Storm. And Fizzy Chip with the Reckoning as well. You said they've definitely got an advantage in terms of the weaponry as well. Hunter's Fury going to be really, really useful in the post plan as well.
Get out of my way!
So these ults really could be the deal breakers of these rounds, but oh, doesn't even matter. It's a Vandal of Kazuya to actually be the deal breaker here.
Ooh, the deal breaker locked in to this one. So good to find the opening two there, Monash. Pulling it back together onto this one, but there's still more that is required in order for them to lock down things further. You said at least have a bit of time to try and reconsider their options here and prepare for where they want to clear more space towards. They are prodding towards the A side of things here. Do have options for B as well if they shift direction, but I mean, for now, they're just making a bit of noise, maybe trying to fake it out as though they're just prodding for information before they fully commit here. It looks like they're going to go for just that.
Yeah, looking to stake the claim on towards the A side. Reckoning goes on in. Hugh under scrutiny there with 21 points of health. Only one blade available, but MX here to bail them out. Winter gets taken out. Fizzy Chip looking to push the initiative, push the advantage there. Now Patel left in a 1v5. Needs to go absolutely big to win this one out because you're going to seal the deal here. 8-4 advantage to Monash as now the side switch.
Side switched and ready to go. So it will be 8-4. Like we've seen this score before in a previous series today. Interesting. We'll see if everything else comes into order once again as well, Oni, as we get prepared for the pistol round right here. And I'm ready to see what these teams can do.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I say this quite often, but honestly, this time round, I think I actually mean it. I'm getting a lot of deja vu here. 8-4. We're seeing really similar scorelines over and over again here. But again, this pistol round going to be all important here. Can Monash continue to push the advantage here, or will Usid come up big here? All will be revealed very shortly, but all Usid looks like they teed up. Quite a pretty early advantage, but Kazuya again, headshot straight on in. With the headhunter so adept at landing those skulls.
Toxin screen down.
So adept at landing the shots there and looking to see if they can lay claim to more as well. Sam better with the spike plant though, so will allow their team to get some traction over towards the spike side here. Just going to take it easy for the moment. Kazuya overwhelmed by Patel there, and now could spell trouble for the rest of them, but they're still playing a patient game here.
Now Fizzy, I'm trying to find something, anything. Oh, does find Patel on the fadeaway though. Ready to find one back, MXC to find another. So this does go a little bit haywire, but down to a 1v1. MXC does dodge, but it's actually the shock dart to get it done. Stunned out of this round as Usid, as Monash will win the pistol round by mere millimeters as MXC manages to dodge, duck, and weave the shots, and the shock dart will do it. 9-4 now. Monash have achieved what they set out to do. They've got the advantage now, and they're looking to run away with it.
Yeah, looking to absolutely sweep their way ahead. See if they can continue on the high road here, or whether Usid will explode on this one and take the stakes right back into their favor. As we do jump into the round now. The gates are open, and Hugh already starts the show off with a bang there, crashing in. Playing around their teammates, can play off the walls here, a couple of angles they need to cover. They will try and overwhelm. Good from Patel there, but that looks very uncomfortable. They're trying to fade off it. They've actually escaped already. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, that they have. There's Hugh. Just find a blind overkill and fade away though. Again, Kazuya, too adept on the head. Hunters, Winter with a safe Vandal. Wants to try and find anything. Hail Mary straight on in. Monash will win it out. 10-4. They've found double digits here. Now Usid got to be able to herald a buy of their own. Rifles to come into play here. It's Monash. Pretty successful anti-eco. Will now play the bonus with honestly a relatively even sounding in terms of the weaponry here. But Usid, economy, definitely not there. So, a lot of bonus on Usid to win out this round.
Here.
Yeah, going to be happy with that for Monash there. Usid, it's going to be absolutely imperative what we're talking about there for them to lock in on the bonus round here. See if they can get it done, as they will push straight towards the site once again. So Monash are locked in on this one. You said, well, get the information off the recoil chart. Doesn't even matter. Killora catches them there. This is a good start, Oni, but they're looking to trade it back just as quick.
Yeah, Spike's also dropped in on the open, but Kazuya goes absolutely nuclear too. Put up with the headhunter, so they do manage to recover the Spike, courtesy of MXC. It's got to get ripped in and planted right on down by this wall. Gives them not that much space to work with. Hugh with a pretty interesting off-angle Winter to find MXC. But down so low, Hugh with 3 points of health needs to get it done. It's not to be. Monash, I mean, they had Spike dropped, honestly, straight through the Spike. Pretty diabolical, if I must say so myself. So they really didn't have an opportunity to get themselves set up on the post plan. So you said will capitalize on that disadvantage there, and they'll strike. They'll get themselves another round.
Yeah, we'll be able to play into it there, and gonna be happy to strike back just at the right moment. You know, the bonus round is the perfect time for it. They at least managed to repair the bridge between them, and that being the gap of rounds here. But only early steps. There's still plenty more that they need to take in order to clear the path between them. See if they can achieve it now, however. So they are looking to lock back into the round, and Hugh to play into the shop here, ready to take it slow and steady. He doesn't know that there's an opponent around the corner yet. The AOL drone, though, doesn't actually catch them, but Hugh's still playing cautiously, and you got to respect it, because they lock in the kill from that.
Yeah, Killora, it's a very crafty play, but doesn't come into fruition. As Kazuya sends it in, and it's actually finds Winter, but no, Winter actually win it out. Kazuya could have gotten the drop, should have gotten the drop. At least that's enough of a distraction. Spike to go down. Winter actually out, caught out in the open, but still alive. Well, hasn't been found yet. We'll find another. How has this happened? But finally, we'll get put down. Now it's at 3-on-3.
3-3. Who will break free out of this one? Kadaska getting good information off the AOL drone there, and trying to see if they can get some further flare into their play. Patel, good for more. MXC, no more. It's Usid once again locking it down onto the defusal here. So, perfect place, perfect time. They will be able to clear the distance one step further. Only 4 rounds between them right now.
Yeah, only 4, and the gap starting to close on in. Monash in a bit of a uncomfortable situation. We've gotten this really nice gap, but it's starting to close in on them, so it's starting to feel a little bit hot under the collar here. As the credits for Monash, yeah, not looking too good. 2 hero rifles in the rest. On Sheriffs, gonna be traveling light into this one, but it's gonna be a stampede towards the A site there. So Killora gonna be under a lot of pain and pressure.
Pressure going to be at a higher stake at the moment. Killora ready and waiting there. We're looking for the AOL drone. Be able to shut it down, and ready to see if they can go to town on some kills here as they take it easy, but they will be taken away. So good from Kazuya there. Now opens up the path for Monash to get that spike down. Run it back, going to be enabled though. You said looking to fight through nice and quickly here.
Yeah, they are, but Patel does get a lot of information, but not much in the kill department there. So Monash still kind of corralled in towards the side, but they're more than happy to bring the fight on towards Usid. Patel does go down courtesy of Kazuya. So they've well and truly got the man advantage here. Usid left, kind of stuck in the water here, stick in the mud there, but Kendas will find one straight towards Kazuya. So Fizzy Ship looking to get done with the Sheriff though, the 2 players surrounding him. But Winter, last one standing, 1v4 now down to a 1v3, not to be completely blinded. MXC will finish it off with the Spectre. Goes to the shadows, 11-6 now.
11-6. Only 1 step towards a potential map point here, Ernie. Monash certainly a feeling in the rhythm on this one. Usid, you know, they got a bit of traction behind them, but they need to find a way to find an activation again. Otherwise, they are going to be in huge trouble within only moments. So, seconds remain here. Early information gathering already going to be locked in. You can see MXC ready with the AOC drone if needed. And the Blade Storm is going to be popped by UCID. Ooh, and one of their players may be with it. That's a bait and switch there. Hugh doesn't fall for it.
Yeah, much too disciplined to fall for a childish play like that. But Winter, this is quite an audacious play. It doesn't pan out how they'd wished it. As Hugh too far back for the short to become effective. Again, that's tour de force. Ring on out. Kadask hits the deck as Patel looks to go hunting in towards mid, but so many 1v1s taken. UCID, it seems like desperation has led to a place where they did not want to be here. A lot of 1v1s taken. Hero players trying to come into action. They kill Aura, hanging out towards A main. Not sure if they're going to be cleared out, but still relatively aware. And again, kill Aura turns up empty-handed as well, much like the rest of their teammates. So Brady needs to put up an absolutely incredible, miraculous 1v5 to win.
Toxin screen down.
They're already off to a solid start there, taking on a Hugh, and need to pull through more perhaps. They may be looking to just play for a extended OT, but not today. Kazia locks it in with the tour de force and forces the issue into match point. 6 rounds between them now. Monash on the edge of glory here. Only one more step is all they need to take, and the pressure on UCID right now to bring it back is never been higher. They definitely need to dig deep into this one to find a way to recover.
Yeah, they do. So many rounds for them to even think about reaching overtime here. It's 12-6.
Don't place.
And yeah, not looking good, too good. You said looking pretty fresh at the start, but starting to wilt a little bit here. 2 players spotting towards main. As Kazia looking to push in towards mid as well. As you said, they're being surrounded on all fronts there. Winter forced in a really uncomfortable situation where they need to stand and fight, but Kill Aura doesn't actually get cleared out. This is a golden opportunity, but only good for the one, but
Spike down.
actually will find 2.
One enemy remaining.
So you said somehow, some way they'll stand and they'll fight, but Monash, they're looking to strike as now Patel left.
Spike planted.
What is to potentially be the final round that they play in this match.
Yes, it could be a time for the play of the ages as they try and push through the mid doors here. Do have flashes in their way, can play in hot hands as well. There's a lot that they can play with here to clear space. See if they can get it. Flash coming over the top both ways, and it works out for Patel. 1-1 now. And they might just be able to burn their way forward. If they can put a bit of fire between them here, this could actually deny them, but the Blade Storm could be all they need. Ooh, baiting out the defusal. Over the top, they don't even know! Now they do! What's going on? They get it locked in the end! 7 HP in a dream! What is going on, Oni? Oh my goodness! They should not have taken that. I can't believe it.
I mean, just on top, I mean, it's just a matter of vertical. They just completely threw off the aim. On the drop down fight, last frag, 13-6. Okay. Alright. Pretty dramatic ending for what has been a pretty dramatic game through and throughout. 13-6. Yeah, Monash really in command of that matchup. As you said, they did put up a good fight, but unfortunately at the end does fall out of their favor. So congratulations to Monash to winning that one out.
Yeah, well done. Well played from them and theirs. They're going to be very happy with what they've achieved, you know. It looks like it could have been a more competitive endeavor, but no. They will be able to lock in on their prowess and take it to the very tippity top there. So, going to be happy with that one in every respect, Oni. And certainly going to be happy with the path forward. But the path forward for now is towards a break as we set up another series, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series here with Matty and Oni. It's time for Valorant and time to get into our next series. It's going to be none other than Oni Pertins taking nuts. UOF taking on Macquarie Scarlet here in our next part of the endeavor. The journey continues. We've seen epic plays all day long, and you know what? I think we're going to have more. I think we're going to have way more epic plays. You know, we've seen Harbour come to town. Can't believe that, Oni, but you know what? I'm all for it.
Yeah, today's been full of surprises, and although we are at our last series for the day, I'm not sure that's not going to be the last that we see of some crazy business that's going to go down in this showdown. Again, it's a battle of against Melbourne versus Sydney. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I'm about this. I'm ready to see which state will come out on top, I suppose, or which unit will come out on top of this one. Definitely going to be a fun endeavor ahead of us. Irregardless, we jump into our rosters right now. UOM are going to be bringing out Vix, Nya, Gawa, and it's going to be Marcus Gan there, Chaewon on their side. And for Macquarie, we got Mira, Sosu, Roki, Prismo, and Cash.
There's a few names in here that I do recognize. Also, a few new players on the block here, so this should be a pretty interesting matchup going into this one. So I'm all for it. I'm excited to see what comes up, and it's Pearl with 4-4.
Oh my goodness. Today's a great day, Oni. Just
It is.
fantastic. I love to see it. We love unique maps the whole way through. Every team live by this example. A different map every single series. That's
Please.
the way. The best way. Yep. No complaints here. And very happy to get into high gear, having this map ahead of us. Obviously, all the others going to be taken out. See you later. Not going to be seen today, but happy to get Pearl to close out the endeavor. It's going to be a good way to shut the curtains.
Yeah, I'm a pretty solid enjoyer of this map myself, but let's see if these teams are going to be enjoying how Pearl pans out here. What do you see? Some pretty interesting Hovisive. Got Cash hovering that initiator pick. And of course, mirrored on the other side as well will be the Fade as well. No locks in just yet, but Roki on the Astra. If my memory serves me correctly, saw Roki play the Astra last week, and it's a pretty good effect as well. But we've got a first locks in. It's Astra, Phoenix coming on in. As you're aware, one by one, they'll get themselves locked in a relatively standard team comp coming out here. Of course, they're opting for the KJ as the lone sentinel here. Double duelists in Jet and Phoenix. And much of the same to some degree on MQU, but Waylay brought in. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, so Waylay's time to play into this one, Oni. So you're going to see what that agent is going to be able to lock in here as we prepare ourselves for Pearl. Time to set sail into this one, Oni, and very keen for whatever they're going to be able to bring out before us. I think it's going to be exciting times heading in to the pistol. So we'll be ready to get locked down and locked in, Oni. And without further ado, here we go.
Here we go indeed. It's the last series of the night. Let's make it a good one. It's UOM starting out on the defense and MQU on the attack. So, this one should be pretty interesting. I mean, these team comps in essence are relatively the same. There just a few changes here and there in terms of the duelists. But for the most part, and of course the Sentinels as well, but for the most part, it's a relatively mirrored comp. I mean, Waylay and Phoenix, Waylay and Jet, both quite adept at taking space. Phoenix, really good as a second entry in. So, in terms of the agent picks, pretty much on equal standing here. But MQU really shutting down long. Koa didn't take a bit of contact towards Horse. Actually, by the Peripheral. I don't think they clear this, and they don't indeed, but it does get traded out immediately by Sosu.
Good way to open up the engagement on both sides here. Roki, get it down, and will be Nya taking away a mirror there. So Good away to keep it engaged. Marcus good for it as well. Now furthering their pursuit onto this one. Roki trying to aim it out. Finally gets the job done after a few shots belting through. Sosu in the corner. Does get punished. J1 good for it. Roki trying their best. They're getting overwhelmed. And there it is. UOM lock it down. The defense now shines in.
J1 to seal the deal. J1 in name, J1 in nature, absolutely fearless. I think they get it done. 1 to UOM. Win out that pistol around their beautiful work. I mean, MQ, they had the cross established, but I mean, just the health differential there could get it done. So, very nicely done to get things kick-started out on the defense, and now they've got themselves the advantage. The Outlaw decided to come into play as well. Sheriff's a nice bit of a spread. A variety of weapons, if you will, to hold themselves steady against what is to be an anti-eco. Sheriff's coming out in the hands of MQU. This should be a UOM round if all goes to plan, that is.
Yeah, if everything goes according to plan, it'd be great, but already to see a immediate trade to begin the engagement here. To fold back into this one, yeah, ready to go. Just gonna hold steady for the moment, however. No one looking to further pursue this one. Prowler going out as well. Just waiting for the opportunity here. But Macquarie, they're ready to activate. They're just trying to make a last moment decision here. Clear the space towards A. And they've got a lot of opportunity to just get a spike down. But I mean, they could be contested in a second. And there you go. Vix ready for it on the angle. Strangles ahead with 2. Looking to break in with even more.
Yeah, they're no better than to hold the angle. They're going to fall off of it. As Marcus will switch places, but does get taken out, but Jakob screaming on in with a Sheriff headshot. So Mera, last one standing in the Outlaw. It is Markoa. Take them out and take them to town as UOM. And with the Storm, they lose 2 in the process, but still, nevertheless, it is a UOM anti-eco victory here. So MQ now going to be buying up their rifles as a UOM a little bit less in terms of the weaponry department, but still more than capable taking on MQU head on.
Taking them on, headstrong, and ready to engage here. So a good start in the opening couple of rounds from UOM there. Now,
Where are you?
Macquarie Scarlet, it's their time to shine. And Tower ready and waiting. Does have the high angle here. Oh, do get punished! Wow, what a way to kick off, Oni.
Yeah, punish indeed, but Sosu doesn't escape unscathed. Down to 10 HP, the Outlaw shot actually landed, but just fell short of getting the finisher. As Flash tossed in towards the link, Shaewon goes down. Prisma does get the opener, adds to the opener as well. So UOM got a little bit hamstrung here. Only 3 players alive left in the retake, so MQU really set up very nicely to get themselves the first round on the board here. As Sosu down to just 1 HP, Nyala does try and break through, but instead the cross setup established there, so there's no way in hell that UOM break through. MQ Scarlet, they lose 2 in the process again, but still relatively solid work coming on out for MQ to get themselves round number 1 on the board.
Yeah, well done from Macquarie Scarlet there, bringing themselves back into play here and ready. See if they can do more from here as get ourselves prepped up, good to go for the next round ahead of us. And now, Mr. Oni, we got the runner back available, so definitely can net them at least some good aggression early on into the piece here. But I mean, UOM pressures on them really to stop them in their tracks. As attack gets slow and steady, looking to push towards the B side of things, and no one's really there to greet them. They've got one player holding from a distance, but they are going to be smoked off, kind of. Tower's actually got an angle hit. This is kind of devious.
Oh yeah, it's a very devious angle indeed. It's a gap in through the smoke, but position's been revealed. Koa knows better than to stick around there. Chaewon on the lurking towards the double hold to come on in, and they'll secure it. Trade comes on in. So UOM doing really well to dismantle this post blind there, but still 2 more left to find. 1 down towards long. 1 down in towards CT. This could be dangerous if Sosu does find the timing. Good for 1. Gonna peel off the angle, but still looking to challenge again. But Chaewon will get the frag. Play the high-low setup here. Roki needs to find 2 different angles and 2 different elevations. It's gonna be difficult, but they're gonna drop down as Koa looking to push the advantage. Looking to close that gap and force Roki into an unwinnable fight. As UOM stand tall and stand proud. 3-1. It's a Beautiful. Beautiful retake.
Yeah, fantastic work coming through from them and theirs into that one, Mr. Oni, and that is going to be further pursuing the lead here, forcing Macquarie into the eco situation. The sheriffs are back in town, and maybe looking to do more from here. But for now, they're going to have to step into high gear and try and just overwhelm their opponents, I suppose, with just the sheer power of the pistols. For now, though, they're going to take it easy. The barriers are open. Now they can look to claim some space.
Yeah, they will indeed. MQU knocked down to submission with just pistols in hand. Shaywon, it's a lot of noise in towards Link. The sheriff shots give it away. That definitely indeed on a weaker buy. Shaywon just gonna hang around this Link area, just keep Overwatch over it, just to make sure that there's no one kind of hanging around in this area. Also, Cash pushed up pretty deep as well, so B split well and truly to ensue very, very soon. Shaywon could be under a lot of scrutiny. Just gonna actually play it safe and hang on back in towards CT and just play for the retake.
Play for the retake over again here. Roki will be getting the spike planted down as well. Mira getting a jump scare there. Not going to be going that way again, that's for sure. And the run it back now will be Brock. UOM are trying to force them back in submission here. Cash good to cash in on those kills there and looking to get even more. But UOM have more in store and will lock it down. So spike plant comes down, but it doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. I mean, except for the one frag that they found, it's clean for UOM on the retake. A few ultimates invested into that one as well. They've run it back. On the side of UOM and of course Waylay ult side of MQU. But UOM now got themselves a firm advantage, a firm lead here. So MQU, they've got an opportunity to try and take some rounds back. Can't keep giving these charity rounds over. So they've got themselves a bye. But again, they don't really have the economy to justify a buy into the next one should they lose this one out. So a lot riding on this one to get themselves a little bit more on the board.
Yeah, a lot more riding on this situation right now. Look to push around the corner, clear a bit of space here. Cash is prepared to utilize their Prowler as well. Do whatever they can to clear the angles forward, but no one's really contesting them at the moment. UOM are ready to play into the full retake situation. Chamberlain, catches the timing. Good patience. Is traded immediately though.
Traded out immediately as a double push in towards Link. Koa position spotted as well. The flash goes on in. Cash actually falls victim though, but Trey's coming in left, right, and center as UOM actually come out on top of this one. Roki does let Vix jump down. This is actually quite a good play coming on in. They don't know Roki's there. They haven't cleared him out, but finally they will. Just much too aware. Mero just tucked in around the corner. Mero goes absolutely huge. And put up a triple kill, a 1v3. That was UOM's round to lose. As MQU somehow, someway, just pure heroics. Mero
Now we wait.
will save the day and get themselves one step closer to tying it back up with UOM.
Be able to step to pull through in the end there. So amazing work going out from Macquarie. Got the hard yards in when it counted, and that round certainly will. They will be able to stake their claim. The rounds yet seen, but they are going to have to take it slow and cautiously early on into round 7 now. As UOM, they're going to be switched on after that one. They want to claw that momentum back real quick.
Yeah, they do want to indeed. I mean, MQ getting a lot of space. They've already gotten control of Art. It's a pretty serious control of Long as well, so a lot of options presented to them. So, if they want the space back, they're going to have to go for a pretty considerable reclear. Chaylon also forced out a position that Link taken as well. And basically, the B side open for business. Makoa, the operator shot rings out. So they're going to have to be pretty careful about clearing out the space. As Koa does reposition deeper in towards CT, so actually pushed off the line there. Sosu. So we have the potential that they might be on the line. They do clear it out. They've got control of the B side here.
Troll netted for them for now, and the spike will be planted down. So, Good for them for the moment. The retake are going to be on deck, though. Lockdown coming in. They're going to have to evacuate on both sides, it would seem. So there's problems ahead of them. But here we go. Timing now pulling in. They can now look to force their way straight through. Ooh, going to get even a further damage as well. Sosu's down. They're looking to go to town on this. Are going to be able to find more and more. Mirror hits the floor, and there it is, Oni. So great to utilize their utility, take control of the space, and clear for the round.
Yeah, I mean, MQ, they invested a lot for Ultimate Scissor around the Cosmic Divide coming in, Steel Gun coming on in. So, yeah, I mean, it's not really a positive ultimate trade there. I mean, UOM, they only had to invest the lockdown in, which really came to good effect there. MQ had established a pretty good post plan, but forced out just by pure presence of their lockdown, which they couldn't even think to take out. Forced out to UOM. Very nicely done there, but MQ a bit of a costly round there, especially in terms of the alt economy, as really only Sosu close to that ult and the run it back as well, but really outside of that, not really much else.
Yeah, not really much else will be pushed into this one. Ooh, they've detected the trail though, so they got some good information early. Maybe looking to use that to their advantage here. Vix is ready, waiting for a sound. Even a call out from a teammate is enough for them to swing around that corner there. Look to lock something through, but they're still playing very patient on the Macquarie side. The flash could be the moment they need here, but no one concedes the space yet.
Oh, this is perfect timing. The flash of the swing comes on in, but oh my days. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. I don't think UOM did either. I mean, there was a perfect setup. Completely blinded. Somehow they'll land the shots. And the double swing, it's absolutely beautiful, but it just doesn't go the way that they had anticipated. So UOM on high alert here. They've got the weapons to do it. So do MQU as Mera trending on the line in towards Art. Needs to find this pick onto Chaewon. It is a must-do to win this one out. It's pushing it towards Flowers' as the operator there. Mera just needs to land a clean, clinical shot there. Both players crowded towards side as Mera squandered the opportunity. And there we go, Chaewon will get it done on the anti-eco. 4 frags found, but that one really hung in the balance for a while.
Yeah, they kept it tight in terms of the scoreline there. Really competitive round coming out from them. And really made UOM work for it. Really hard onto that. So, it'll be a good result for UOM to claim it, but one of the same, Macquarie, they aren't done. You know, they're not switched off by any means. They're making this as competitive as ever. Eager to see them take aim at another round now into round 9, as all primaries on deck for this one to have ultimates available as well, so certainly can gain some traction. The back of that, maybe even more, but for the time being, just looking to get things set up, good to go towards the restaurant and even towards the mid side of things there. So divide and conquer in terms of the early territory, but UOM, they're basically giving it to them for free. You know, they can pretty much go to any side of the map right now and easily set up for a side take anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, UOM, they're more than happy to see the space over and just play for the retake and play the numbers game. And, I mean, that's exactly what we're seeing on towards the A side there. But, oh, Nya actually wins that one out. It gets a little bit more than they bargained for. Sosu falls victim as well. So that's already 1 by 1. They will fall. And this MQU skull and Assault has gone completely pear-shaped. And in just a matter of mere seconds, as soon as they run it back, procced. Their fates were sealed as they walk straight into the lion's den and get their heads chewed off clean as MQU. It was a valiant effort. It turns up absolute 0. As once again, they're forced back into a situation that they're all too familiar with. Eco, more so for half by now to come on out. It really does show the desperation they're showing here in the face of UOM.
Yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures here, and certainly eager to see if they are going to be able to find anything of that nature. Flash is already coming over the top there, though. Off the angle, but it's not going to matter. They're strangling out the kills out of this one. Oroki does deliver something back, though. Forced to retreat, not going to be able to get the repeat. Roki will deliver, however, again. Low HP, but returns the fire coming over the top. They got the shorty in hand. Vix is playing a dangerous game here. I'm terrified of what could come from this, but they will look to fade away just as quick.
No, actually sticking around is Roki. Potentially find a frag, but a lot of noise going down towards
Last
mid
player
does.
standing.
Give Barrett an opportunity to slide on in, but it's not going to be the case. As Roki's still hanging out in towards A. Vix goes for the swing. We'll find the last member of MQU. So again, the half by not really going into their favor. So UOM really teed up for a huge raft of success here. 6-round gap, and again another buy for MQU. That really does need to go their way, otherwise gap might just be too great to make up for in the next half.
Yeah, it could be a little bit too extravagant for them. They're going to have to try and claim as many rounds back as they can, you know, especially if they lose out the pistol in the next half. It could be the most grim path forward imaginable. We can over counter. Forced to fall off the line there, dashes forward, but they know the line of sight their opponents are coming from. They're going to need some support from their team, however. Maybe not. They will be able to activate. Going to be hindered for a second, but it doesn't even matter. They will be able to deliver for Macquarie in the end there. Now, it's time for the retake.
Yeah, one found is Roki. Thought about going for a swing right on in, but Roki does actually go for the swing. Shaywon found as Yar looking to try and strike from the heavens. Marcus looking to take some space in towards Link as well. Does force. Oh my god, okay, Yar. Head on a swivel. This turret mode activated. One by one, they will fall. It's a beautiful team play coming out from UOM. They're just forcing MQU into these unwinnable situations as they'll fall like dominoes. As this Jenga tower that they've built up is starting to collapse in on itself. 9-2 now. It's absolute red alert here for MQU.
Yeah, the circumstances are getting more terrifying by the second, to say the least. So Macquarie, this is their one last chance to strike back into this half here. You know, if they don't, UOM lock in double digits and potentially even something even further beyond that. So now is an imperative time for them to prime themselves for everything before it goes out of proportion. We'll take it slow and steady though, Oni.
Yeah, they are. MQU, I mean, they've tried everything. They've tried stalling out for as long as they can. They've tried for a rapid assault, but nothing really does seemingly go in their way. It seems like it's almost like UOM are just inside the heads, just reading everything that they're doing. There's info on the util cache. Also stopped by Shaywon as well, so already on the ropes here as the Nightfall comes on in. Koa gets a fadeaway shot straight towards Sosu, and also does manage to pick up Vandal. Marcus also gets another Koa on the reposition up in towards Secret as well, as Marcus will finish it off, and just like that is an absolutely dominant half from UOM on the defense. Does MQU have it in them to try and seize this back? Or will they go down completely silent and muted here? This pistol round, all important to determine how the rest of this half will go.
Will they rise? Will they fall? It's a tall order ahead of them, but certainly not an impossible one, albeit the odds aren't in their favor. But this is even playing field now, so they can certainly do a lot to make strides and walk their way back into this, Oni. But you know, they can't afford even a single slip-up. If they do, that could cost them so much more than what they bargained for. So we will jump into action right now. The gates are open, and they're looking to control the space already over towards the mid-plaza side of things there. But Macquarie not looking to face them head-on. They realize, you know, they can't afford to give them any openings at an early stage.
Yep. It's actually interesting how much space and info that they've gathered. I mean, they've cleared out all of B. They've cleared out all of A. So they don't know it just yet, but they're surrounded basically on all fronts and just funneled in towards mid. So UOM are really going to be in a sticky situation, but they're actually holding. They're waiting for MQU to push into them. Sosu just around the corner as well. They fell right into the trap. Cash also dinged up as well, so MQU might have bitten off a lot more than they could have chewed. So Roki down towards Secret as well. If they don't have the man advantage either, it's slowly being whittled down. As I thought UOM They're
Spike
caught
planted.
like fish in a net, but the absolute sharks just ripping and tearing. As they'll win out the pistol round, it seems like all hope has now been lost for MQU.
Hope dwindling by the second. If Macquarie don't force into this one, I would be absolutely baffled. But there you go. They know that they have to stifle their opponent's efforts with great haste here. You know, if they can't win this one, they're going to have to play for OT or absolutely nothing. So, now the pressure reaches an all-time height here. Going to have to take flight into this one or get knocked straight back down to earth as we will be jumping into the round right now. They're looking to match them in towards the mid side of things here, Oni. They're looking to see if they can catch them. Cower swings in, dashes back. They've already got info that they're playing around the doors there.
Yeah, Sosu also under scrutiny as well. We'll find one, but only good for the one. Prisma just held him around the corner, but just a gap in the smoke. Does get taken out. Cash also falls victim as well. So Mera looking to deliver and come up big. Does get one and a dink as well. Really not much else to speak of. It's Roki with a Bucky in hand
Spike planted.
against the world. Look at do it all. They forced into this one as well. They hedged all the bets into this one. And unfortunately, it doesn't really go the way that they're looking for. So MQU looking to fold here. Oh, wait, hold.
Yeah, hold the line. Hold the door, Oni. Roki's got the kill there. Gonna bounce over the top, see if they can hop into it. They know where they are, though. You can't give away too much. Still trying to use the utility, but it don't matter. Vix will be able to get the clicks there and will be shutting out the round. So, map point is in favor of UOM right now, Oni. Macquarie in deep trouble.
Attackers win.
Oh, and that's going to be the victory. And there you go. GG, well played, and that is going to be a game set and match there, Oni. So, blink and you'll miss it, and well done.
Yeah, I mean, very nicely. I mean, there's really not much else to say other than UOM played an incredibly good team game. I mean, individually, of course, there were very nice plays, but it really came down to how they played, how they coordinated with each other as a team, and that really came to fruition. I mean, the scoreline says it all.
Yeah, that's right. The stats speak for themselves there. So well done to all players involved. You know, it was. I thought that the series would have more to it. Obviously, from the beginning of the endeavor there, but once the recipe was locked in place, you know, it just kept training on ahead. So really impressed with how they managed to, keep themselves composed and remain dominant all through the pursuit. So. Really well done to them and theirs there. Unfortunate for the Macquarie side, and I hope that they will be able to redeem themselves into some of their future games.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a disappointing showing as, MQ are a team that have performed quite well in previous seasons as well, so to see them kind of knocked down like this, it is a bit of a sad sight to see, but, I mean, we're still relatively early on in the season as well, so there's a lot of time to bounce back from this.
That's it. You know, everybody can have good days, bad days, and I'm eager to see them have their time to shine forward. And definitely keen to see what else is going to be on board there. Yes. And, yes, very interesting games here tonight. You know, I can hear production passionately talking about how they love them all.
Yeah, I mean, the first two especially very, very interesting. I mean, a lot of deja vu. Very, very disparaging scorelines. And then bam, 13-11, first two games. This is honestly unexpected, but I mean, we're in for a wild ride. I mean, game number 3, not that close, but still a relatively entertaining game, 13-6. And a bit of a domination from UOM to end the day. So it seems like we've got the whole range of the spectrum today.
Yeah, you know, the spectrum's wide, that's for sure, and eager to see more where that came from. You know, I think there's going to be positive things ahead, just like our results here today, everybody. Starting off, we had UNSW taking down a Deacon 13-8 there, followed by a very competitive bout between RMIT Red and Adelaide Uni, 13-11 here. So, what a close series that came through there, Oni.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one. 9-3 curse almost came into effect, but just fell short at the end there. But Monash A versus QUT Respawn. 13-7, still relatively close as well. But the final series, of course, the one that we just witnessed on a Pearl here, 13-2 to between MQU and UOM.
Yeah, solid results are coming through there. Yeah, that's the one we just caught on the screen as well between UOM and Macquarie Scarlet. So, yeah, that's the way it's going to go sometimes. You know, sometimes you win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, it's going to be good games regardless. So, very eager to see how these rosters will fare into their future pursuits as well. And, yeah, I think we've got some good things ahead of us. I admit I was quite impressed with some of the more creative plays coming into tonight. You know, seeing Harbour was not on my bucket list, let alone Waylay. So there you go, Oni.
Yeah, pretty lot of firsts for today. A lot of interesting happenstances here, but some more sets of results. UTS and Yuki, of course, that one also going down to the wire, 13-11. RMIT Black going up against Swinburne, 13-9.
That's it. Gonna be the first couple there. We also had UCID taken down by Monash LSL there, 13-6. So certainly getting some placement onto the board, but Monash were able to remain steadfast and dominant over that series all the way down low. Though Macquarie Onyx managed to take it away from the Griffith Goblins there, 13-5. Is going to be the scoreline there. So, I got to admit, I always admire some of the creativity from some of our uni's representation or branding there. You know, like the Goblins always been a mainstay in some of my favorite logos out of the competition.
Honestly, though, I really like UQ's one.
Yeah.
I like the shark. Do you like the shark?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We
Yeah.
love the shark, you know. It's great to see the Sharks landing themselves a great win here tonight, you know. It's good to see them take care of that. And I do like to see RMIT's updated logo as well this time around. Always good. But you know what else is good, everybody? We're taking a look at our Group A standings. It is going to be UNSW on top of this one very confidently. Haven't lost a game so far. And Monash and UOM are close behind.
Close behind indeed. 3-1 8 with Monash on second place, UOM on third. And take a look at fourth place and fifth place here. 2-2 for RMIT Red and MQU Scarlet.
And then we got Deacon and QUT, 1 and 3 across them. Having a few little differences there. Adelaide Uni are going to be in to last place in this side, but certainly can, you know, bring themselves back heading into the future. It ain't over till it's over. I think they'll have their chance to get their flowers soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been saying, it's still relatively early in the season, so there's still a lot of opportunity to play a lot more games out as well. So all hope isn't lost just yet. And I mean, AU had a really close game today as well. It just fell out of their hands. So hopefully we get to see a AU win. But moving on towards the standings for Group B here. At the very, very top, we've got essentially a tie of first place. 4-0s, MQ Onyx, followed by RMIT Black, also tied in terms of the wins and losses there, 4-0 for RMIT Black.
That's not the only tie coming in to the standings here. Swinburne, Griffith, and UQ, they're all going to be pretty much tied up between 3rd, 4th, and 5th place there, with having 2 wins, 2 losses there, with rounds being the difference, and a 6th and 7th place between UTS and Monash there. Going to be 1 win, 3 losses, with rounds being the big factor. But in last place, it is UCID. So, again, I really hope that they are going to be able to gain their victory heading into future weeks of competition there. As, you know, I always want to see everybody get their flowers at least once, you know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're going to have teams that are going to be at pole position for a pretty hot streak. But then, you know, it's always nice to have an underdog story, isn't it, Mr. Matt?
Absolutely. It makes for the most thrilling story, you know, and it makes for the best kind of storytelling, being able to talk through such a competitive journey, such as the underdog story. But you know what? You know what, Oni? We've got to say a big shout out to our sponsors. So, big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide a best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And of course, can't forget HyperX and Officeworks. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
That's it, Ernie. And a big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So big shout out to them and theirs. We appreciate each and every single one of our sponsors. Much love to all of them. And if you want to support the AEL, everybody, make sure you check out AU Esports League on all of our social medias there, whether it's X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, we are on it. Make sure you check it out and see all the highlights. And make sure you check out the stream coming up next week. We got our previous weeks of competition there being streamed from Monday to Wednesday there during our player break. So you can check out some of the previous week's games, and they'll be streamed all through Monday to Wednesday there. So definitely check it out now. But we are going to be checking out now of this stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to bring you all the action. We'll be back next week with the previous week's games, or otherwise the week after, continuing competition. So see you later. Have a great night, and catch you in the next one.